Hey, what's happening, nation? The one and only nation and Raider Shield family. You're here with 93 Dad Man, and you're on Liquid Lunch Friday with a little bit of smoke. A little
Yes,
bit of smoke.
sir.
Right on. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm good, brother. How you feeling, man? Feeling
Good.
glorious. Are y'all
It's a great
feeling
day, man.
glorious?
Great day. Look, finale's on board already. Look at that shit.
No,
That dude,
brother.
freaking boom,
My
right up
brother
in
in the
here.
building. What's happening? What's happening? My
The
guy,
Nation
the
Nightmare. The
nation
Nation Nightmare.
nightmare.
I can't get over that name, dude. That is freaking
That's
money, man.
yeah, that's a fire name, bro. Hey, a fire name. One
Oh,
dream in the
there's
way,
Dream. There's Dream. What's up?
one dream in the building.
Hey, next comment that comes up, see if you can post it. I'm gonna hide this one. See if you can go over and post it. There you go. There you go. There's one from Dream.
Yep, I
Boom.
bet.
There you go.
Look, see how that worked?
Yeah. So congrats to Yerp. He got full control of my channel now.
Facts.
So when
Hey,
so,
it
so if
say
I
we
have to
got
pop off, he got it. You know what I mean?
nah, facts. So y'all gotta deal with me now. You hear me? Say
The nice guy's gone. Now the nice guy's out of here. So yeah, stand the fuck by.
Hey, my man, One Dream said the love is abundant. You know it. You know
Love
it,
is
man.
abundant. Shit talk is
So,
abundant too.
hey, man, did I ever tell you where bro got that from?
No.
So there's a rapper named Nas. I don't know if
Mhm.
everybody knows who Nas is. Illmatic, you know what I'm saying? My guy, one of my favorite rappers out there. He got the love is abundant from a verse from him. So shout out to
Oh, nice.
Nas, man. Shout out for One Dream bringing that up. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Look at
Navy
this.
Vet 47.
Ship,
What's happening?
shipmate.
I got the sailor Jerry's and we let's
Let's
fucking go.
fucking go. Day
Day
off
off
work.
work. Oh yeah, let's go. I
That
got work
dude,
tonight. That's cool.
that dude ain't fucking around. He's a sailor dude. He knows what liquid lunch is. We ever
Yeah,
on the, as
I
a
know what
in the Navy
lunch is, but
in
at
the
the
Navy, every now and then in the Navy, we'd have everything went well or whatever. The freaking commanding officer would say, "Dude, half day, everybody freaking get the fuck out of here," and we called that liquid lunch. Liquid lunch. Yeah, everybody meet
see
up.
here,
Freaking,
my bad, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. This is where he got it from. This is the
yep.
verse. This is part of the verse that bro got it from. He said, "Love is abundant before God got the God's son upon his stomach."
Oh
Mm,
shit!
tough.
Damn,
Yeah, that's Nas
that's
work right there, boy.
that's some profound shit, man.
Nah, facts. He said, "The love is abundant before the God got the God's son upon his stomach." That's fire. That's
That
fire.
is that is,
That's
man.
Look,
Yeah,
see my man Navy Vet. No, he said great album. Yes, sir. Man,
absolutely. Uh-oh.
knew the chat knew about Nas, man.
Yep.
Crash Dog. What's up,
Yep.
fools?
Look at that. WTF in
With
the
the
house.
flag. What's happening, my brother? Appreciate y'all pulling up, man.
What's up, foes? What's
What's up,
Gunny?
fools?
What's up, brother? How you doing, devil dog? The tat.
I ain't
Nods.
gonna lie. I'm not a devil person. I like Crash Dog better. So if you don't mind, if I can call you Crash Dog, if that's cool. I'm a God fearing man, so you know what I'm saying. It's just,
Yeah.
but Crash Dog, I love the name Crash Dog, dog. That's fine.
Crash dog's the shit, bro. Hey,
Yes,
good
sir.
he good
Yes, you
people
are,
too.
brother. And I
Hey, while you
appreciate you pulling up on us, and I appreciate you subscribing to the channels, bro. Like for real, we appreciate it, man.
while you're bullshitting, Crash Dog, I know you have a foundation, a veterans foundation, and you're a mod, so you're able to put a link in the chat. So go ahead and put the link in the chat on that veterans foundation that you're supporting and that you're a big part of, man. Go ahead and
Yeah,
stick that
man.
in there.
I'll get my brother. He's a vet. You know what I'm saying. So I'll get him to subscribe to the channel so he can watch it. You know what I'm saying. So
It's
most
not
definitely.
it's not a channel, it's a foundation. It's a charitable foundation. Yep.
Bet. Bro said, of course, I'm a God fearing man myself. Man, that's what's up, brother. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I always say this. I say, he the reason why our channels is growing. and every, you know what I'm saying? Because I always pray, you know, like after the video, after the show and stuff, and you know, so he keeps it going for us, man. He keeps it going.
Right
Link
there.
is down low, man. Y'all go look at it right there. Bow, 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 bow. Wait, I gotta do it this one. My bad. I got
Yeah. Yeah, when it's two of us, it's easier, but still sucks because left is right and right is left, bro.
well,
You gotta
that's like
it's
driving
like,
them fucking forklifts, bro. I used to
yeah,
hate that shit in the beginning. I used to
you're
hate
like
that
trying
shit.
to cut your own hair with two mirrors, bro. It's like
And on my
you
mouth.
keep going the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't even use the mirror no more. I just feel back there. I'm like,
It's like, oh yeah, it's a little thick. Yeah.
all right. Then I asked the wife, I said, look at the back. Does it look good? She'd be like, you good. I said, you sure?
If you noticed, I had to remove the cruddy. Got a wedding to attend tomorrow. So
oh, word. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, it's a neighbor's daughter getting married over there. So we're gonna show up.
Yeah. Shout out to the neighbors, man. Shout out to the neighbors.
Yep. There you go.
You said I remember you said the police was over there one time. What happened? Everything good?
So we have 3 properties over here, 4 properties over here that are we can see each other's houses, but there's a lot of property except for one. One's a burbo, right? So you can imagine that we're a rural community,
right,
and we like our quiet, you know what I mean, in the mountains.
Right.
And then freaking 21 freaking cars shows up at a freaking 2-bedroom freaking burbo.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's like, shit, dude. Yeah, that ain't happening, bro. They're all up in the yard and shit.
Right.
No, I'm strapping up, freaking jumping on my quad. I'm like, this is a bad idea, you guys. I'm just telling you. I don't give a damn. I'm a ways from it, but I'm just telling you, this is a bad damn idea. Yeah, okay. Yep. Well, they found out the hard way. So.
Hey, now they got that knock on the police. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
And our sheriff's department don't fuck around here either. If they show up for something, man, they're there for a reason. They don't, you know, they don't go messing around with some silly shit, you know.
Right.
So
he said, "Oh, what? A verbal,
verbo, VRBO, the like a Airbnb or like a rental, like a weekend rental house, like a vacation house."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I never knew it was called that for real. I thought it was just like Airbnbs and shit.
Yeah. Verbo is just another company that does the same shit.
Oh, okay. Bet. That's a bet. Hell yeah.
Sable Warriors for veterans and first responders struggling to addictions, PTSD, alcoholism, suicide, all that stuff. So
I ain't gonna lie, Crash Dog, that shit is real. Especially the PTSD. The PTSD is real, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not lying either. Like, when I got into a lot of shit when I was younger, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking like high school, like shootouts, all types of shit, bro. Like, I didn't see a dude get his stomach cut open during a fight and holding his intestines and stuff like that. I didn't see shit like so. The PTSD is real, bro. I had to get over that shit. I had to deal with that shit for a long time, bro. That's why I changed my ways and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of crazy shit, bro, in the streets. So, you know what I mean? And a lot of people was like, bro, you just grew up in the streets. Like, motherfucker, if you see some shit that's traumatizing, you're going to have that shit for a while, bro. That's going to stick with you for a minute.
The streets are just like combat, bro. It's no different.
Exactly.
Except for the fact it could be worse because it's Americans.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean?
That and not even to add to that, bro, is, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers at war every day. It ain't like you can choose like, all right, we're gonna send you over there. Nah, motherfucker, come on your block and air your shit out real quick. You know what I'm saying? So the PTSD is real, yo. Yep. So shout out Crash Dog on that, man. Shout out Navy vet on my mama.
And he says right there, childhood trauma, same thing, man, can come from that.
Exactly.
I know a lot of vets. So for a while, I was a backup counselor for the VA, the crisis hotline. And I'm not a psychiatrist, but I was a dude that they had that could keep someone on the line until somebody was available. So that they weren't just sitting there with an open line, because they'd never call back. It takes a lot for a veteran and a grown ass man to call for help. So the one thing they don't want is a hang up. They get a hang up, you may never hear from them again. So they have a bunch of us guys there. I did it on the weekends. I was on call on that for a couple of years, but I got to the point where I'm like, man, I just can't stand to not know what the outcome is, because they can't tell you, you know? So, and of course, the only thing I know is what counselor is going to be the one available. And when I hand it over to them, I'm off the line. So I just couldn't handle the having to think about it afterwards on how that went, you know? So I gave it up to someone else. They went and got the training. I waited till they got the training, and then I backed away. So
facts.
It's challenging, but it is good for the soul to give back like that.
Nah, facts.
I'm sure Crash Dog can. I'm sure Crash Dog can attest to how fulfilling it is to have a role in helping our brothers and sisters in arms, you know, including first responders and all that, you know.
Nah, facts. Hey, you mind if I put a background on here? This black.
Sure, go ahead.
It said Raider. What's the name? Raider banner. So I'll just put that back there. It's bothering me, just pitch black. Or y'all let me know. Y'all like the background black, or y'all like this? Y'all let me know.
That's the one I started with. That's the one. My thumbnail was that very one.
Really?
I love it, because that's my Smoky Mountains right there, brother.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's where Blue Ridge Mountains and the Smokies meet, over your left shoulder, that very corner. The Blue Ridge Mountain feed up to it. Yep. Like that.
Dang. Yeah. That's fire. That's dope. I don't lie.
Mount LeConte, over behind my beer mug.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's some bitch ice cold, guy.
Yeah, it is. Too damn cold.
That's some bitch ice cold, cuz. Dang, son. That's funny.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I gave myself an ice cream headache the other night, man. Freaking 2 beer freaking bonger I took, man. This some bitch. My fridge don't play, man. That some bitch is cold. If I leave beers in there more than 2 days, there's freaking ice crystals in them beers, bro. So I'm just telling you, that's how cold that shit is. You seen the mug? The mug, I poured them 2 beers in there, and somebody just turned into instant frost.
Instant frost.
Instant frost, baby.
Instant frost beer. This ain't no Miller Lite, and it's that frost right here. Quench your thirst all up in here. You feel me?
Yeah. Hey, Navy vet says something profound right there. A lot of people join the service to get away from the childhood drama, even if they don't have the drama in the service. But when they get out, the childhood trauma come back.
Nah, facts. And you want to know something? I was opposite of that. After my childhood bullshit drama, once I got a little bit older, you know, I think I was like 24. I was going to join the army when I was like 24. It actually, you know, Godfrey that be in the chat, my man Godfrey, he be in the chat. Shout out Guff. It was actually me, my brother, and him who we took the test and everything. I think I failed it the first time, then I had to retake it, and I got it, and then like I failed it the first time, I retook it. I remember like it was me. I don't know if Gov had to retake it. I don't know. I think I was the only one who had to retake it, but then I passed, and then found out that, you know, I was having my son on the same time I had to go. So I told him I don't want to go. I said, my son getting ready to be born, so I'm like, I'm good on that. But they understood it, like, okay.
Yeah. Good reason not to go.
I still supported my brother though. I still supported and I got a whole bunch of friends that's in the army and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Ike. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Tavon. You know what I'm saying? My brothers, shout out my man Mike Sold. You know what I mean? These are all they still in the service right now. You feel me? I'm not sure.
Yep.
Are they? I'm not sure. I think they are still in the service though. But
oh,
just hold on. Let me get my hold on. I gotta get my goddamn throat ready. Pause. Hold on.
me. Yep.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Raiders. That was for you, brother. A little long. Pause. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Crash Dad is great. My man Banks in the building. What's happening,
Crash
my
Dad. Crash Dad.
Crash Dad. That is fire. Right?
Crash Dodd. Crash DOD. Crash Department of Defense.
Oh, that's fire. That's even more better. Like David Vet said, been to base in Long Beach. Wow, how was that?
So I just noticed Crash Dog and Navy Vet hour and a half apart, bro. That needs to be a meetup.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Hey, somebody else that was in the chat. I think it was Billy. I think Billy from Denver too. And I was saying, yo, you and Rob need to go link, man, for real. Go link.
Absolutely.
I plan on taking a trip to Denver anyway, so me and Rob gonna make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to roll with, you feel me? So you know, all good. But I don't know when. So right now, my focus is on, you know what I mean, getting to these games right now. You know what I'm saying? But me and Rob definitely gonna link though. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother right there.
Once I get in the fall, I'm gonna be teaching a lot of classes, but it won't be late in the evening for me, which kind of good for the podcast or the channel because I mean I have to kind of go late anyway, being on the East Coast, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's me. Like I could only go like 12. I could do another show as long as it's like, because I'll be working from like at least 10. Like my start is probably like 10 or 9. So if I can get in between there, like if I got a day, like right now, hold on. Today I gotta go in at I think 10. Hold on, let me see real quick. I think today I gotta go in at 10. Let me see.
Old Sacktown pop.
Yeah, I go in at 9. I'm going at 9. So Sacktown
popping in while they're driving down the road to Bakersfield.
Yes, sir. How you feeling, brother? Hey, man, I should tell bro to join, so we can see what the ride like.
Yeah. Do that. You need. Hey, can you connect, Mike? Like. Mike, if you can connect, I'll send you the on IG.
Now, Sacktown, I only do this once in the blue moon. You feel me? So go and get your hit in real quick, bro. Go and get your hit in. Go on. Hit that son bitch real quick.
Yeah, get it.
Go ahead, hit that son bitch. Chat, if y'all want to hit this son bitch, go ahead. I only do this one time. I only share once in the blue. So chat, go ahead, hit that bitch. All right. Y'all good?
If he could, he would. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bueno asking you a question, Yerp.
Bueno. Shout out my brother, man. Shout out my brother. Thanks for pulling up. You say he asked a question. What'd he say? What you do for work? I work at a restaurant. Overnight restaurant. Yes, sir. Don't nobody even be there past like 2:00. So, but yeah, one dream. Hold on. Let me. I don't mean. Well, we gonna get into it, but one dream. He said we just talked about this. We did because. All right, so all right. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it right now.
I need to catch up now. Hold on.
Yeah. Here it is. Raiders. You know it. Yep. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Do you think? I think it's at Navy Vet now. Drive safe, Sacktown.
Yep. You got it, man. You drive.
Oh, y'all. You want me to take over? All right.
Yeah, go ahead. So we're not fighting over it. We're not like popping them in and out. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be weird, bro, because before you gave me the keys to do this shit, I was still trying to do it like it was mine. I'm like,
yeah, I know.
I'm like, yo, it's not even mine, bro. Like, what the fuck? Oh man, Rose Town in the building. Salute to the nation. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Thank you. James in the building.
Oh yeah, we already got you, man. Stop wearing us out, bro.
Bro said we don't leave till 4:30. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
You made it seem like you was on the road already, Seth. Sheesh.
Yeah, I thought you was. I thought you were talking about leaving like 7:30 in the morning.
Nah, what's happening? What's happening, my brother?
Here, let me get that invite over to him just in case he wants to. And also, finale, you still on there? If you want to pop on, bro. Anybody want to? I don't care.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna talk about what we just before we let me get this joint. I got my own. Okay, my bad. I was just sharing, bro. Damn, James, you ain't gotta be like that, cuz. You ain't gotta be like that, bro. Dang, you ain't gotta be like that. Shoot. Sharing is caring, cuz. Sharing is caring. Luke Furbo, man. I love you, bro. My mama. Banks in the building. Rose Town was happening. Navy vet said, "Puff, pat." You ain't hit again, Navy vet? Hold on. You want to hit this bitch again? I got you.
Look at that profile pic, man. Raider shield with a freaking flag in the background.
Flag, man. That's fire. I need a hat like that, bro. I need a hat like that.
There is one. There's one out there. I seen somebody with one. I said, "Where you get that?" He goes, "Somebody got it for me. I have no idea where they got it." I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, could you ask him real quick? Shit.
You can ask him real quick. Yeah.
Hey, man, I got it lit for you. Ready, bro? Boom. Go ahead. Take that hit, man.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Okay, you good? You good? I hope you got your fix, cuz. I hope you got your fix. Yummy. Oh man, Hami in the building.
Yep.
Rose Town. I'm doing a hot box in the whip. Oh yeah, y'all getting fried for the 4 hours y'all driving, or whoever y'all driving. I'll pack a bowl. Bet. That's what's up. One Dream said, "Yeah, we just talked about this. I know. We finna talk about it in a sec. Where was I at? Damn, this just popped up quick.
I don't know if Finale's still in here or not. Anybody see on the participants on the channel if Finale's still in here?
I don't know. Finale. Bro, you still in here? He might be at work. Bro said send him the link. We're gonna send it to you.
All right. I got it.
Yeah, what strain you smoking on? This shit's called this the lemon cherry gelato. Lemon cherry. Wait, I'll be bugging, y'all. But yeah, it's called lemon cherry gelato, cuz. What you got over there? Man? Y'all name y'all strains in the chat, bro. Say hell yeah, easy money, bro.
It's in there, Chris. Finale, you want to pull up? It's in the chat.
Bro, no.
It's in the chat.
Rose Town building.
It's in the chat, Finale. You want to pull up?
Rose Town, I work overnight too. Hell yeah. I ain't nothing like the same here, graveyard. Ain't nothing like overnight. Can nobody fuck with you? Can nobody mess with you? Nobody keep talking to you? No dummies. You just cooling.
Just do your thing.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. Rose Town.
Rose.
I got sugar tarts. What the fuck? Sugar tarts? Indica. Oh, that shit sound crazy. Hey, Jay, we gonna link, bro. Watch. One day we gonna link, my guy. Shoot.
We got Chris up in here.
Right. Sacktown. What's up, Chris? How you feeling, my brother?
Oh, can you hear me? Well, the one that I have my speaker, I can't hear you. Like, hey, what's up, boy?
What's happening?
Good, man? My brother. You good over there, cuz? Like using the trains real quick, cuz.
Good. Here you go. Here. You do it. Wait. Here you go. Wait, listen. Wait. Due to technical difficulties beyond our control, this station has not been broadcasted to a YouTube channel. What's up?
We cool, bro. We cool, man. Just go through these jobs, bro. So I hate graveyard, but it pays the bills. I like it because I stay up at night. I like me and my middle son, my middle child, bro. He stay up all night too and shit. So you know what I'm saying? Oh, you took it back?
Yeah, because you were doing your thing. I'll when you're talking, I'll take over.
Bet. Go ahead, do your thing. So you know what I'm saying? So
okay. Yep. So Chris, if you want, you can go up and hit the button if you want to go ahead and get some live time.
I already did it, brother. I'm not do this. I already did it.
Right on.
Yeah, I just seen it. It just popped up on my jump.
Plus, I'm doing a live video later on, so you guys join me on that. It's gonna be an early Friday pull up.
Right on.
What time? What time, bro?
About 3:30 p.m. Pacific time.
All right. I'm gonna see if I'm
It's gonna be early because I gotta get ready for tomorrow, and so
yep.
I can't be up to like 11:30 at night like we usually are.
Nah, I can dig it. Shoot. Bro said you have an Instagram? Yeah, I do. It's the same thing. Actually, it's yeah, see underneath where that's it right there at Ty Jr. _podcast. That's what it is.
Yep.
That's my Instagram. Yeah, so that's everything. I still ain't changed my Facebook page name back to what it's supposed to be. I can't even find the fucking Facebook page I got for the TheYurpJerz Raiders podcast. Like I got that page somewhere. I just can't. It ain't connected to my phone for some reason. I don't know what happened, but I gotta do that shit. So
hey, there's that hat right there. Here's the Raiders hat with the American flag from Crash Dog. He's got the link right there if anybody wants to get that one. So let me find Navy Vet again real quick. And Navy Vet says, salute, Chris. Look at that profile pic. How cool is that freaking shield, Chris?
Oh, I've seen that before. I've seen it before. We had it for a while. Yeah, I've seen it a while.
I saw somebody with that hat, and I asked him where they got it, and he goes, I don't know. Somebody gave it to me. Well, a buddy of mine gave it to me. I'm like, okay. Shit, that sucks. And then Crash Dog just gave that. That's where you get it at.
Yeah, I seen it. He had it for a while. I seen it. It's nice.
It is nice.
Oh man, what's up, Chad? What's up, guys? I'm just doing. I got about an hour and a half, and I gotta get out of here.
Right on. That's about where I'm at too.
I gotta take the boy to school. Gotta get his education.
Marcus Banks, how you doing, brother? It's the baddest dude south of Visalia.
my man Downs in the building. What's happening,
Jason Downs in the building.
Jason Downs know what's up.
He does.
You know what's up. That's my wife's from Visalia.
Sam Tanker. What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, y'all, don't forget to go to all 3 channels. Hit us all up with them likes and subs, man. Help us out. Appreciate y'all. If you like what we're doing out here, hit us up.
Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all pulling up for real, man. For real. Appreciate y'all pulling up.
What y'all talking about today besides the liquid lunch?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't lying.
Gord Peterson. What's happening, bro?
Mm.
Thanks for pulling up, my guy.
Go ahead and take over, man, if you want. I'm on Navy Vet right now up there. I'll hop on your channel to get it. And again.
I see it.
You see it? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep.
James in the building. Or said A Banks.
Marcus.
Everybody showing the love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rose Town says salute to the nation. You know it. It's only one nation. It's only one nation.
How you guys liking the front office staff?
The front office staff for Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah. We finally got some grown men in the goddamn room.
Some grown ass men
to make wise decisions. to make decent draft picks, to sign free agents. Because these last few regimes were Telesco did okay last year. This first, like I said, I'm not giving credit for Bowers because if he didn't pick him, he'd been an idiot. But getting Glaze and JPJ, good move. But other than that, yeah.
That's for my man. That's for my man Gord Peterson. He said he couldn't see my name and stuff. It's right there.
Oh yeah.
So
help us out, man.
I said we finally hired some guys who know what they're doing instead of guesswork. Like, well, we need to take these guys.
Yeah, that dude Patches, that motherfucker been under freaking the best GM in the business for 23 freaking years, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Patches, that freaking the lead scout, our lead scout now. We got from
he's right underneath. He's right underneath Spytek. He's right underneath. He's the assistant. What's the name? Yeah, he's
been on for a while.
You want to know what's the dope thing about him is because Sanjay said it in like a few years, maybe like 5 to 10 years, he could be a GM. He could be a damn good GM. Yo, he's gonna be he's gonna be one of the ones. Watch.
Well, here's what's gonna happen in the next year or 2 years. Maybe the Raiders get there and just dominate.
Right.
Everybody's going to go ahead and start picking them, pilfers them. They're gonna pick the GMs. They're gonna try to take the OC. Pete Carroll probably not. The defensive coordinator, definitely they're gonna be being picked apart.
Right. Hey, can you do me a favor, bro? Can you put my my channel name in the chat so Goro can get it?
Yeah.
Or one of the mods. Can y'all do that for me? I appreciate it.
Yeah, pop that link in there.
But you got it. It's YURP, bro. So you're.
Yep.
And then it's all together though, and you forgot the. Yeah, I'm gonna put it down there. What the heck?
Jason Downs, I'm gonna have you follow me all around so you be my bodyguard, all right, brother?
Yeah, no shit, right?
As big as you is, man. Well, if I get behind you, nobody will see me.
There we go.
Where's Chris at? He's standing behind Jason. Oh, there he is. I can't see him.
Hey,
my man Bruno put it down there. It's right there.
Bueno, my man.
Oh, yeah.
LA Cresta, you gonna be in Sacramento? Sacramento, I mean Bakersfield. I said Sacramento for. I'm not going up there. It's too far. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, Sac.
I said see you tomorrow.
See all you guys tomorrow.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
First I want to see is Europe and this guy over here in Nav. I want to see him because he's scared to take a flight over here.
You're gonna see us. You're just gonna see us remotely. That's all.
Nah, we oh, go ahead, bro. We keep
tomorrow.
Yeah. So we'll do it like pilot and co-pilot. I have the plane. Just say I have the plane.
Yeah. All right, good. Well, you got the plane now, goddamn. You got the plane now.
I got the plane right on. There we go. There we go. Right there.
Let's see.
Navy vet, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.
Yep.
If you got Twitter, if you got that Twitter X or whatever that shit you want to call it, I still call it Twitter, but if you got it, it's the same thing on there too.
Everybody still call it Twitter. I don't even call it X. I
just call it Twitter X.
Just leave it as Twitter. I mean, everybody Twitter around for so long, everybody used to call it Twitter. So why you gonna change it?
Yo, they robbed me because I had like 2,000 followers and I had to start my shit all over because they switched it. And I didn't even know they did this shit. So I was late on it.
Yep.
Like, yo, what's the Twitter at? It's like it's X now. I'm like, what? Oh, I should still have all my followers.
Nope. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad, Crash Dog. It's tomorrow. So that's too bad. I can't work double. But I feel you.
The Gorilla Style.
You'll be there in spirit, man. We're all gonna be there. We're gonna live stream it and all that stuff, so you'll see it.
That's
bro,
a good
say I'm
question.
here in Niagara Falls watching you. Dang, I appreciate you, bro. Yo, y'all, bro, be all over the place. I got the pod real quick. I got the plane real quick.
All right, you got the plane? Right on. Hey, there's a question we need to come back to Horror Fanatic though once we get through the rest of the chat.
Yeah, you know what? That question was that we were 10-7. If they all were 3 tied, we made sure we had the winning record in the division. So if we're not, because there's one point where the Raiders did go 6-0 in the division, but did not make the playoffs because they can beat the rest of the teams. But the main thing is, if we're all 3 tied, we have to win the division. That's a tiebreaker.
Right.
Fact.
Because they'll give out. Because basically, NFL does, they'll give out the division win. That's 3, and then they'll give out the wild cards, and they'll go by divisional records.
Yep. If anybody's if we split, if everybody splits all the way across the board, then it goes to conference record.
Conference record, yeah.
Then it goes to overall, and then it goes to strength of schedule. After that, that's where the Vikings. That's where the Vikings and Lions got in that freaking weird freaking world last year, man, where one of them was going to be the number 1 seed and the other one was going to be the 5th seed.
Yeah. Right.
And they had the same
win.
Yeah.
Hey, Bino, go ahead, take the plane, bro. Well, for what Bino was saying, so we have 2 front office guys from the Eagles or 1. I'm gonna tell you right now, I just got it confirmed from Sanjeet. We got a few of them. We have a few of them.
I can't think of the other names though.
Yeah,
I know the big one's Patches though.
He was just the latest one, and he was the best one.
I don't disagree with you. I looked at
the. You know what? Here's the key to all that. You know what's going on? Mark Davis is doing absolutely nothing. He's sitting there writing checks like he should be, getting the business, making the money, getting the business organization together, and then to do nothing with football. Nothing. That's a good point.
Yep.
He letting the football man, the football head, the football guys do all the work. You know what? And it's a good thing for the Raiders.
Right.
Because it's gonna take about a year or 2 to get this team rolling like we should be rolling with all the talent we have.
Well, I say by middle of the season, we should be starting to roll. By next year, we should be on a roll.
You how long you been a fan?
Since 98.
Okay, I've been a fan 76. I'm talking about dominating teams. I'm talking about teams scared to come play the Raiders. I'm talking about teams that when you go to the stadium, you see a speck of color from other teams in there. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, they probably do good this year.
But wasn't we doing that in the 90s and the 2000s?
Before that,
they didn't want to play us.
Before that,
we ran that
in the 70s and 80s. They were scared to go to LA and Oakland. People were like, "Oh shit, we got to play the Raiders." That's what I want. That's what I'm talking about rolling.
But they would do. I could dig it. But see, I wasn't around in the 80s in the 70s. I was born in the 80s. But in the 90s and the 2000s, I know we were dominating because I was talking my shit.
That's what I'm talking my experience as an old dude. That's what I'm talking my experience. That's what I want to see. And from my experience, that's what I would say. I know what you're saying. We were rolling in 82 and the 90s, a little bit in the 90s, not much as.
But in the 2000s,
that's what I want to see in my lifetime because I don't know how much time I got left. But that's what I want to see in my lifetime. Okay.
No, I can dig it because I feel the same way. Like I think we can get back to dominance. We can.
Yeah, we can. With
Look,
the right people.
We outturned. Look, Chargers had it, but they didn't go to the Super Bowl. Then Denver had it. They went to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs got it now.
For now.
Still a little bit still for now. They won 2. It's our turn. It's our turn. It just goes around in circles. It's our turn.
But you got to remember one thing. A while back, the AFC West was the worst division in football. The worst. Yeah. And now we're the best. So now we have to compete. And I want to see the Raiders competing. I want to see them dominating. I don't want to see them go 0-6 in the division. 4-13 record, fine, whatever. But you beat one playoff team, one. And that was Ravens. And I think that was a lucky game because the Ravens wasn't ready yet. They just starting out. But I want to see the Raiders go in there, what did he play, New England the first game? I want to go in there and dominate New England.
Right.
Shut them up. I want them to go in there and dominate the Queens, the chart, all of them. I want to see them just dominate. If they lose, they lose. But I want it to be a competitive game. Like, no 17-0, 17-4. I mean, a 3 at halftime. We're winning, and all of a sudden, by the end of the game is like 36-17.
Right.
That's how we've been playing.
Yep. So think about it this way. When we were just talking about owners, right? You notice Mark Davis being very, very quiet, which we love, right? Because he has people. He has people to run the show.
The right people now.
Exactly.
Tom Brady said, "Yo, I got this. I got this." Go ahead, bro. My bad.
So think about it in this perspective. The owner of the Eagles, Jeffrey Lurie, ever since he became the owner of that team, what have they been doing? Winning. Over and over and over. Who's the owner of the Chiefs? I can't even think of the name off the top of my head. Great.
Right.
But great that I don't know that. They've been doing nothing but winning over and over and over again because the owner is not a part of it.
That's how you want it. You want to hear the owner's name in the news all the goddamn time. And Mark Davis. Man, don't know football. He even said it. He was this day behind the desk with your pretty girlfriends. Once I say plural, and write checks to the personnel. Let them run business.
Right.
So you have the plane. You have the plane. I'm gonna try to write this down and see if I can get this right. From don't go off that quite yet if you don't mind.
No, you're good.
That's 1.
Patriots wins, Charger win, Washington lost, Bears lost. Colts win, Titans win, Chiefs lost, Jags win, Broncos lost, Cowboys win.
I'm not. You know what? I watched a little bit of you guys' show today, and some other guys' show predicting win loss. You can't predict it right now because this is not the same team.
7, 8, 9.
Oh, the Hunt family was
I think now
you can't predict win loss. No, not you guys. I'm saying I'm watching a lot of shows and they predict we're going to win this game, lose this game. You don't know that because you haven't even seen them in practice. They're full on practice.
Exactly.
It's
you don't know what's
speculation.
This is a different team, different schemes. Defense scheme probably the same, but probably be a little tweaked a little bit here and there. Always going to be completely different. Everything's going to be different. You don't know what we're going to do.
Agreed. It's speculation. It's just something. It's speculation. It's speculation. It's just something to talk about.
Based off last year's record. Oh yeah, you can say we'll win 2 games this year, but you got to take it with a grain of salt. We don't know what they're gonna do. I'm just waiting. I can't wait to see what we're gonna do.
Right. But we all agree. It's speculation.
I want 10-win season, like some people do. And that's what I want. But
you got it. We all agree it's speculation, but I mean, at this time of the year, there's not a whole lot to talk about. So and the thing is, it's kind of nice if you throw a number out there and you end up being right. At the end, you can be like, yeah, I called that shit. You know what I mean? But I mean, here we are in the off season. Jeff can even tell you it's kind of hard to get content. You know what I mean? I mean, we haven't done shit since the 13th. It's been 3 days since we made the transaction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got hypothetical prediction right now. Okay. Here we go. You ready? 20-0. That means you won Super Bowl too.
we went down this road.
But me and Lance, I've been saying that 10-7.
we went down this road though, and I was doing the math in my head. I'm like, wait, if we have that good a record, we're gonna have a bye week, so it can't be 20-0.
Yeah,
Yeah, it can. You don't count the bye
it'll
week.
It'd be 19-0, wouldn't it?
No, 17 games, 2 playoff games, which would be the divisional and
then the Super Bowl.
NFC
So it would be 20.
That's 2. That's 19. Super Bowl. That's 20.
No, it was Rosetown said 23. I'm like, no, I think it would be 22. And then I realized he was fucking around. And then I went, okay, never mind. Stop doing the math, bro.
20-0 would be a Super Bowl win because they only played 2 playoff games, the divisional and then the AFC Championship game, and then Super Bowl. That's 20. That's 3 plus 3 plus 7.
Then we take the Dolphins' freaking champagne toast away from them.
Hey, Mark, wait, hold on. Go back to Banks. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to Banks.
Right there.
Let me take yeah.
No loss.
Hey,
Banks.
Fuck out of here. Let me tell you, the Bears. Don't I fucking sleep on the Bears, bro.
Bears built their team up,
like
dude.
They did line like that. Hold on, let me get this off. They changed like that. They got offensive weapons that's crazy. They got good running backs now, and they got a really good head coach.
Well, we don't know he's good.
We hope Ben Johnson translates.
Bro, he's calling the plays.
I don't hope for him.
If he's calling the plays, if he's the play caller, that offense is going to be at least top 10, bro.
He's
okay. Remember,
and I can guarantee you, he's calling the plays.
Remember this. Listen to this. Okay, the offensive coordinator calls plays. That was Ben Johnson. The defensive coordinator calls plays. That's defensive coordinator. Who they got? The head coach got controlled all 3 factions: special teams, defense, and offense. So he has no experience doing that. We saw what happened with us. You guys have experience. You got to make sure that he does all those functions. You don't have to call defensive plays. No. You got to listen to what head coach got to do. Head coach got multiple jobs.
I know what a head coach got to do. I know that, but you're not gonna sit here and you're not gonna sit here and say that. Look what happened last year, nigga. I'd take Ben Johnson last year over fucking AP. You kidding me?
I would too. I'm not putting them down.
You can't say that.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying though. Let's see how he does as a head coach. That's what I'm telling you.
I understand that. But anybody, look at Kyle Shanahan. He didn't have no experience as a head coach, and he calling the plays. Look how good they offense been.
That's fine. I'm saying it. I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Offensive head coach gonna call offensive plays like Randy Reed does. Defensive head coach gonna call defensive plays. I'm just saying that. Let's see if he can put it all together. That's what hey, look. I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm not saying you do good about that. I'm saying though. Let's just see, can he put it together? So that's all I'm saying. Can he put all?
I'm not disagreeing. Y'all keep thinking because I'm trying to get my point across of disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is, and it's factuals, any offensive coordinator who becomes any really good, great offensive coordinator like Kyle Shanahan and Ben Johnson, if they become head coaches, they're calling the plays, period.
McVay calls the plays.
Yeah, Andy Reid calls the plays.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I know that. The offensive coordinators become head coaches normally calls all the plays. Same thing with defensive coach. I'm just saying though. But you're gonna put that list in there. You can talk about that idiot, dummy. He was offensive coordinator. He was a lousy head coach. He has some good plays there. He got some good plays at the Patriots, but when he became head coach, couldn't pull it all together.
Yeah, that's another wild card out there.
I'm saying them type coaches though. I'm not talking about Josh. Like he's not. Everybody knows he's not made. He failed twice. But what I'm saying is, and then you got coaches who didn't fail twice, like bro said, McVay, Kyle Shanahan, and Andy Reid, if you want to throw him in there. You know what I'm saying? Them type coaches. I believe Ben Johnson is in that category.
I know that he said you can pull it together. Because it's see if he can, like I said, it's more than just calling plays. A lot of things that go into being a head coach. That's all I'm saying. Let's see if he can pull the team together. Can he do all that?
Right.
You know, because
I believe in Ben Johnson, bro. I believe in him, yo.
I would
Like,
have took, but believe me, I would have took more of AP in a heartbeat. Shit, if we were going to use a first year head coach, I would take Ben Johnson in a heartbeat.
right.
Yeah,
but
I have no problem with him.
I mean, the thing about it is what it comes down to is any offensive, any coordinator that becomes a head coach for the first time, it's always a wild card. It's a wild card.
Right.
And another wild card is McDaniels. Is he really the offensive coordinator everybody thought he was? We're going to find out right quick because he's got a freaking badass quarterback that he has at his disposal. Let's see what he freaking does with it. Right. If that dude gets fired, it's going to be a happy day. I'll probably freaking do a live just for McDaniels getting fired from the Patriots.
Again, that'd be 3 times in a row.
Yep. Exactly. He's like Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin belongs in college.
I'm not arguing. I'm just making a factual point.
Lane Kiffin belongs in college.
No, Yerber's right. It's totally right about what he was saying about calling plays. I ain't arguing that. I was just saying that. Let's see, can he coach a whole team, not just offense? That's all.
Exactly.
Right.
So if you go back,
and I was just trying to also say that I believe he can. You know what I'm saying? I come on kind of strong because that I'm just passionate about football. That's it. So it ain't arguing though. You feel me? Like I'm just so passionate about football. I love football.
We don't argue. No.
So when y'all be like, it seems like I'm getting hype. I'm really not. I'm just so super passionate. You know what I'm saying? I love this shit, man. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying?
If you think about the definition, of the word coordinator, right? That's not necessarily a person that makes the calls. You know what I mean? That's the person that's coordinating the offense and defense, and special teams. The head coach ultimately is the one that says, no, we're not running that.
Right.
Especially when their expertise is one or the other. Like Pete Carroll probably going to tell PG, I don't like that. You know what I mean? That type of thing before the game. But when the game starts, if you have true OCs and DCs, they're going to be the ones speaking in that helmet, not necessarily the head coach. Right. I get what Chris is saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, different style coaches do different things. So,
Yep. Absolutely. I agree both sides. I agree on both sides.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I hope Ben Johnson falls flat on his face.
Right on.
Yeah, when we playing, hell yeah. I hope he shits the bed. Shit.
I know. I hope we blow him out.
The menace is in. The menace.
Let me see. I got about 15 more minutes. Hey, get out of here.
Damn, that was a quick hour and a half. That was a quick hour and a half. You said you had an hour and a half.
Look at the time. Actually, I gotta leave it at 2. I thought I gotta leave at 2, but
bro said, "Oh, wait a minute, I meant 30 minutes." Goddamn.
No, I forgot.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, there's 2 on Fridays. I forgot it's not 2, it's 12. So I'm sorry. Oh shoot. He just texted me like
that like button. On my way to work. Have a great show. Thanks, man. Appreciate you popping in, man.
Yes,
everything,
all channels, brother.
All that shit is greatly appreciated, man. Hit all 3 channels. Let me pop them all up there just in case you don't have them. Go ahead and pop on all of them and make that happen, bro. Make that happen.
Y'all becoming the best chat in YouTube, bro. Like, for real.
and the thing is, it's layers, though. If you go over to Chris and Jeff, you see the same folks, man. We're all freaking a family, bro. Fact.
Yeah.
So most channels you go over there, you see almost everybody that's here.
Right.
So yeah. So
Chris, I do want to pop. I am gonna pop on the show, bro. I'm trying to get adjusted to you. I gotta get adjusted to your schedule. You feel me? Cause me and Nav live a little closer, so and you like 3 hours behind. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? When you be doing your shows, I'll be asleep.
I know. Yeah, we do our shows late. Well, we'll do it late because Jeff's on the East Coast too, but the time you pop in. No, I'm gonna do an early one today. So it'll be probably 6:30 your time.
Yep.
Are you 3 hours or 2 hours now?
He's central. I'm 3 hours. I'm East Coast. I'm the same as Jeff.
I thought you were New York.
Europe's 1 hour to the left from me. From East Central.
I thought you were in New York, Europe. You're not in New York?
I'm in Alabama.
Alabama.
Okay. I thought you. My bad.
Just west enough to be in the central time zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate this time zone shit. But yes, that's okay. Okay, one question before I get out of here. What do you think about the Raiders traveling like they're gonna travel with these games?
I don't think it's bad at all compared to a lot of them. But I'll tell you what, the Bills though, they only have one freaking game outside their own time zone the entire season.
Uh-huh.
They're going to use their bus more than they use their plane, man.
Well, you got to remember, who their teams are, where they play at. They all the East Coast, and the East Coast teams are more bunched together than on the West Coast. So
yeah, but they don't make the furthest west they go. The furthest west they go is the Texans, Houston. Yeah. That's the furthest west they go the entire season, one time outside their own time zone. That's an advantage. That's a huge advantage.
The close teams to the Raiders are Phoenix. They're both LA teams, San Francisco and Seattle. That's it. And everything else is on the other side of besides Texas. The Texas team. Outside of Mississippi. Everything was outside of Mississippi.
I think somebody said, didn't we have somebody saying they looked up the mileage being like 16,000 or something, which is like middle of what the NFL would be?
We have the lowest mileage in AFC West. We don't travel as far as the rest of the teams in. But
that's gonna work in our favor too.
16, I think we're 16th in the league or 13th in the league with the travel miles. So
they got travel too much.
Yep.
That's the point. It's the point. We gotta go to the East Coast on game one.
Yeah.
And then I come all the way back for the second game. And they go all the way back to the East Coast again.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be tough at the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, they get paid millions of dollars. They better get used to it. I couldn't do it.
So, Crash Dog said he was just in Bama, bro.
I know. I told him you should have pulled up on me. Pull up
on
me.
Said he went
to part of Alabama you from? What part?
I live in Hazel Green, close to Huntsville.
Oh, okay.
It's a little town called Hazel Green. Yeah, it's close to Huntsville. Everybody know where Huntsville. I'm right up the road from Alabama A&M.
He can spit into a tax-free state if he wanted to. He can spit
on
right over
side,
the border into Tennessee.
Huntsville's on this side. Huntsville, Alabama's on this side. Tennessee's on this side.
Like I said, he can spit into a state tax-free zone if he wanted to.
My bad. It's the other way. So Tennessee's on this side.
Yep.
Bill's on this side.
Yep. Yeah.
I've been through the South twice in my life, and I swear to God, I'll never go to the South in the summertime in August again. Never. If I'll go there, I'll go in the wintertime, man. I cannot deal with that humidity. Never again. I was in New Orleans, and it was like 101 degrees.
Yeah.
Then it rained. So I'm being happy, like, it's going to cool down.
Nope.
Shit, it went from 101 to 105. I was like, what the hell?
That's how it rolls, bro.
No, get me back to my dry.
I'm like, no rain. When it's 95 out, I'm like, the only thing I don't want right now is rain. Just don't rain. Because shit.
I'm in California. It don't rain often. And it rained, and not just regular rain. It's like it drops about this size of marble. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, the other day, me and Yerp were live, and I was getting slammed. But I think both of us, I think you got a piece of it, Yerp, before I did, right? Because it was coming west to east. Didn't you get a piece of it before I got it? That hail and shit a few days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what he gets, I get about 2 hours later.
Yeah. They say you're supposed to get a tornado around 2:00.
What? Tornadoes?
Yeah, they say you're supposed to get one around 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'll be at work though, in the freezer somewhere.
I'll keep my earthquakes that happen every so often, so I'm cool with that.
We had an earthquake a couple weeks ago, man.
I heard about that.
It was in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I hadn't seen that. I hadn't felt that shit since I lived in Washington years ago.
You felt it over there? I saw where it happened at.
Yeah, 426, which in around our area, and it's centered pretty much in between where me and Yerp live. Like pretty much in between there.
The 426? Nah, that's nothing for us.
Man,
Like,
and then link with me, bro. Shoot, link with me, man.
hey,
But when you
426, that's nothing.
Yeah, but when you think about it in the scheme of, I was used to it out on the West Coast when I was out there for so long, even though I was north. You haven't seen it for better part of a decade, right? It starts happening, you're like, what the hell is this? And then you realize, then it comes back to you. It's like, oh shit, that's an earthquake. What the hell is it doing here in Tennessee?
Yo, and it was so big. It was so big. Atlanta felt it.
Yeah, Atlanta felt it.
Yeah. Yeah, the fault line's not too far from my house, so yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, Lance, link with me, bro. Shoot.
Who's that?
Ooh, Eric Raiders.
Eric Raiders, what's happening, bro? Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Appreciate you pulling up.
Oh yeah. You got the plane or I got the plane?
Oh, you got it.
Plane. The plane.
There it is.
The plane.
That's tattoo, man. Tattoo.
Oh my gosh, yo. That shit's so
good. Eric Raiders Haters Hunter. I'd love it for you to be in here if Piano Man shows up. You'll see how you can be hunting at that point.
Smoke him.
Book it.
Like a
pack of cool. On the other station, and he was pretty calm that day. He didn't do that much, but I don't know. He probably jump in one of these shows.
He comes over here. He'll jump over. He did jump over here one time. He jumped over here a few days ago.
You give a dude a thumping enough times, and eventually he's like, nah, maybe try not to get banned off every single YouTube channel I come on. You know, so, I don't know.
Like literally, only person he's gonna be watching is Wi-Fi Willie. That's the only.
No shit, right?
That's the only person he's gonna be watching. It's the only person he's gonna be watching. Yo, you get big on Wi-Fi Willie's channel, bro. You bum. You're a bum, bro.
I think everybody on here knows that I'm trying to be diplomatic with motherfuckers, and then
right.
And then I get to the end of my leash and I just freaking go.
Yep.
It's on you, bro.
And
then it's
all
over.
I got to do is say spam 63 and they're going to do it. Spam 63.
The whole screen was 63. I think we had like 26 people in here. And it was just like, and Taino, I don't know how Taino can spam that fast. He just Taino.
He had like 10 63s in the chat, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, just boom, all in one shot. I don't know how he does that, man. Try not to give him no airplay. I got you. I'll tell you what, we give him airplay because everybody gets involved, and I enjoy watching everybody just light his ass up.
Eric Raiders, we had a debate. I'm 7-0 against his ass, bro. I wiped him clean, bro.
No, you're 8-0 now.
He ain't come. I tore his ass up so bad, yo. He ain't even come back to the channel for a week. The last time he came was like 2 days ago. And I aired him out again. Now he's banned.
I guess if you whip a dog enough times, man, they just kind of sit in the corner and cower and decide to freaking. It's like, look, I ain't fucking with this guy no more. You know what I mean?
He don't even know what a Super Bowl hot dog tastes like. He don't know.
You know what I mean?
He don't even know.
He'd be eating it the long way if he did. Anyway, so
he don't know. He don't know. He don't know what Super Bowl nachos taste like or Super Bowl soda. He don't know what that tastes like. You feel me?
Hey, Eric, just in case, I'm pretty sure I see you on all these, but just in case, if you can like and sub all the channels here, the top lines, the for the two of us up top, that's our channel names. Below is the Twitter for Europe, and my IG as well is 93 Nabman. So
that's all my ones too. Everything down there, that's for all mine.
Yep. And Christopher Rader's podcast is his channel. So if you could hook that up. Oh, look at here. Look at what we got. What up
Chewy.
from Jess? From Jess.
What's happening, Chewy? What's good,
up,
my brother?
Oh, man. Hey, so Chris, he asked me. So he's like, "Hey, where's my wrench at?" I'm like, "Bro." He goes, "Why don't I have a wrench?" I'm like, "Come on, bro. Why do you think you don't have a wrench?" Yeah, I give him one though. You know me. I'm like Oprah, dude. Check under your chair.
Then we'll go to Harbor Freight and get one.
Yeah, go to Harbor Freight. Hey, some do. Some actually have next to their name already before they even show up.
Hey, Lance, that'd be fine, bro.
Yeah,
that'd be fine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they're gonna play. I don't think the starters is gonna play preseason game either.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Probably
No, he already said, he said they doing the same thing that
I'm doing
did.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they not even having joint practices.
Yep.
No, they gotta do it. They're not doing that.
Yeah, it came straight out of Pete's mouth.
I know that they don't do joint practice at all. They're like, nope.
But I don't even never see him play starters in preseason for real.
Yeah, usually the last game, the starters will get a quarter, maybe a few series. That'll be it.
I think it's like the last 2 games, right? I'm glad they short.
I think he got a certain stars that are going to start, but I'm sure he's going to put some guys in from last year to see what they're all about.
Yep.
You know, to see can you handle this or not? Because if not, you're out of here.
Matter of fact, I'm glad. I had a suggestion. I was talking to one of my homeboys. He lives in Romania. My man A-Cash, shout out to bro. I was talking to him one day, right? You know, me and my wife, we were driving up, and he's like, he was talking about how, you know, he wished like American football and stuff like that could be like kind of like in Europe, like how they got it, like the bottom teams go play in like a different league and stuff with all the rest of the bottom teams and stuff like that. And then you gotta work your way back into the league and stuff like that. So I came up with an idea, right? And chat, let me know if this is dope, right? Y'all let me know if it's dope. I was thinking, right, for the number 1 draft pick, right? I think instead of like, you know how many, so it'd be like what, 10 teams that has single digit numbers? It's like
8 to 10, yeah.
8 to 10 teams, right? So why don't they have a playoff for probably like the first 8 teams that's fighting for the number 1 pick? And they just do it just like the playoffs? You feel me? You'll have your playoffs for the good teams, and then you'll have your playoffs for that number 1 pick. And whoever wins that draw get the number 1 pick. Whoever came in second get the second pick. Whoever came in third get the third pick. You know what I'm saying? They go down like that. What y'all think, yo?
Yeah, Chugs was mentioning something similar to that, and I was thinking if that was an idea, you just kill that freaking stupid ass Pro Bowl shit anyhow.
Yeah. That Pro Bowl's got to go because they're not even doing anything. It's flag football. Like, we want to watch flag football.
Look, just think of the ratings. Just think of the ratings that she'll have.
And you do it all in one weekend. You put them all in one spot.
No. You just do it just like the playoffs.
It's like regular playoffs because you can't do it one weekend.
You do it just like the playoffs. It'd be on a different day.
Because you gotta have elimination games. You can't have all in one weekend because 8 teams, that means 4 winners. And these 4 winners got to play each other. That's 2 more games, and the last one got played. So that's 3 games.
4
right. So why don't you just do it like?
Well, you said 8. You said
like
8.
The playoffs.
He said
like they have a wild card. They have a wild card. You got the wild card game, and then you got the first game for the, you know what I'm saying? The first elimination game for the number 1 pick. Then you got then it goes to what?
Divisional playoff.
Divisional playoff. Right. Then you have them 2 games, and then you have a game for them. And then the Eastern Conference or whatever it is, the AFC Championship, the NFC Championship. Right. Then you have them two teams play, and then you got the Super Bowl, and then you got the bowl for the number one pick. Just do it just like that.
So how would you set it up? So you'll go to the bottom 8 or bottom 4 teams?
The bottom 8. The bottom 8.
Okay,
yeah.
So you're bottom 8. So you go by records or you go by
you go by records.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're NFC or AFC, right?
It don't matter.
Okay, so the bottom 8 teams who are, because they have a way they are like you're eliminated from the playoffs. So those 8 teams will go by the lowest one. Got to play the top one, and number 2 has to play number 4, number 7.
Right, exactly.
5 and 4 and 5.
Exactly.
Okay. So with that being said, so there's no conference. It's just you guys playing for the number 1 pick.
The number 1 pick, yeah.
All right. So you talking about week 1 would be 8 teams. Then week 2 would be 4 teams. And week 3 would be the championship.
Yeah.
For a number 1 pick.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too bad idea. Think about it.
Yeah,
Let's
you can
go.
do it. And you can do it after.
Bad idea. Because one thing, you know who will like it? The NFL and the networks, because that's more.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm trying to get some room with that, bro. I'm trying to get some.
Plus, the bottom 8 teams are usually the teams that don't do well, period, anyway, and don't get that much ticket sales. That will help them out get more money.
Exactly. And you know how hard they're gonna play for that number 1 pick.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing that kind of eliminates the whole tanking thing. You know what I mean? Kind of. And I think the idea should be it doesn't eliminate it, but the thing about it is it puts in perspective is like if someone was tanking and all of a sudden they freaking sweep that shit, then you know they were tanking.
You can't tank you can't tank obviously you can't obviously tank anymore in the NFL because they'll take your draft picks away. Right.
They will. If it's obvious. Right. Yep.
So
that'll make it even more official though. Yep. By doing that. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, brother?
And I think
that's not a bad idea. That's actually a pretty genius. I'm surprised I
think
yo, appreciate you, big bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, chat, I love it.
No, bro. Let us know how y'all feel about that.
Because the biggest thing is more money for the NFL. What they want? More money.
Hey, but if I present that shit to him, I want my ends.
You ain't getting a dime in a bucket, dude.
I want my ends. I want my dividends.
They'll call it their idea, even if you say
it. Yeah, exactly. I said, no, we talking about the long couple.
I'm gonna get it copyrighted. I'll get it copywritten. I'll get it copywritten.
You get your lawyer. Write it down, get it copyrighted, get it trademarked, and then they do it. Hey,
I think what it would be, what it should be is the bottom 4 out of the NFC and the bottom 4 out of the AFC.
Hey, it don't matter.
But you know what I'm saying?
It's not. That wouldn't be fair because
that'd be dope.
Because the 6 teams in the NFC, this is worse than the other 2 on the other side. They're not getting a fair chance to those 6 teams.
I get you.
It gotta be okay. The worst 8 teams are all NFL. If it had to be 7 on the NFC, then okay. Yep. But like I said, though, it has to go worse because basically you split. This is not going to be AFC, NFC thing. It's basically going to be a football thing. So
yep.
All right.
Yep.
Yo,
and I love it.
That's a great idea.
There's one division that had 3 teams in automatically.
Right.
In the NFC South, we had 3 teams automatically.
Yeah.
So
no shit.
So
I think there's no home field advantage. It's all got to be a neutral site. Every bit of it.
Yeah, it has to go somewhere.
Yep.
Somewhere where it's not freaking cold.
That's what I say.
Like the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl. Absolutely. That'd be freaking money.
I don't think they'll do the Rose Bowl. They got to do it somewhere where has to be 4 stadiums across America. They can't just have one state because college, is different, but professionals are a bigger beast.
All right, so do it like this: you play the first game at the Rose Bowl, then you play the second game at wherever, and then you play the championship wherever.
I like.
It depends.
I like the Tennessee Ball Stadium because they seat 109,000.
If it's gonna be NFL and play NFL stadiums, you got to worry about the conflict of the playoffs itself, the real playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They can't schedule Legion Stadium Lamar big game
that's
and
what I'm
Raiders have a
saying.
playoff game.
You can do it at, like bro said, you can do it at the biggest college stadiums.
Yeah, good.
Tennessee, let's see, Auburn's massive. The Rose Bowl's big. What's another one that's huge? Chat, help me out. There's one more that's even bigger than Neyland Stadium is.
Miami play, right? The Hurricanes, they got a big stadium.
It's not 100,000 though.
Oh no, they play at don't they play at the Dolphin Stadium? The Hard Rock. They play at the Hard Rock.
Oh.
I don't think it'd be a promo tanking teams.
That's a good point though.
East Coast. It might not be called tanking. I don't know. I mean, it's a good thought process, but they got to work some details out because you can't tank to do that.
Hey, East Coast, do you think that's a good idea though? I don't know if you listened from the beginning, but you think that's a good idea, bro? Because I know if anybody would know, East Coast would be like, they'd have to be. They'd have to really kind of drill down. I don't think it's something we can see in the next couple years, but it's something they have to drill down on how to identify those teams on who they are. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I'll give them the idea. I'll just give them the idea. You give me my dividends, and hey, y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want to do with it. I don't care.
Yeah, Miami shares their stadium. Absolutely, they definitely do.
I figured that.
Ohio State's massive. That Ohio State's big. What if? How about this? How about Michigan, if every year the championship? How about if every year the championship game is at the stadium of the team that won the national championship?
Hell yeah, that'd be fine. Okay, we can do that. That'd be dope.
So. Big house in Michigan. That's 100,000. That's 100,000 folks. They're going to have to be big stadiums. I firmly believe that. LSU.
What you can do is this. Listen to this.
Look, I'll break you off.
So it's 8 teams.
Raiders.
The team with the 4 best records get to play in their home stadium, regardless of where it's at, and then start moving to different stadiums after that.
Yeah,
that sounds
the best losing record. They get to play their home stadium. That getting it, that's weird because the number 1 team will have to play, like I said, number 8 team, whatever. But they get to play in their stadium.
Yeah. They play at the lower seed stadium.
No.
Oh, okay. I see. So
they play at their stadium.
I see.
So if you lower seed. That keeps you from tanking to get that lower seed because now you got to go to the higher seed stadium and play and beat them.
Oh no! Don't say that. East Coast, nah, bro. Put him up. I gotta put him up.
Just tuned in. What's the topic? Just tuned in. What's the topic? I got the plane, bro. You keep talking. It was your idea.
Well, East Coast teams try to tank anyway. So
I'm saying, but if they trying to win. And they rock with the play. Why not? Especially if they think a quarterback can help them with something. Why not?
Paul, what's up, brother?
It was just opt out. Probably.
Hey, I thought it was
Blu-ray, Paul.
Change the culture of professional sports. You would essentially be rewarding bad teams and also jeopardizing star players to play for a draft pick that may not work out.
But bad teams already get rewarded because they're bad teams. They'll get a top draft pick, so they already get rewarded right there anyway.
Yeah, so it
doesn't make a difference.
ECG, I typically agree with you, but on that one, I don't think I do, man. I think
because I'm saying like
I think it adds. Hold on. I think it adds an extra layer to the NFL season, and the Pro Bowl can just get the fuck out of here. be gone. Yeah, they can do their skills challenge shit whenever. I don't know why we do that shit before the Super Bowl anyway. Because most of the players that are the best in the NFL aren't going to play in any of those freaking things anyway.
Yeah, the playoff players don't play in the Pro Bowl because they don't want to get hurt, so they just opt out. So what's the difference? They want to do the alternatives.
They need to go back when the Pro Bowl was in Hawaii, freaking after.
Oh my god, that was great. That was great.
Yeah, that was when it was actually working. I don't know.
Actually, was good.
I don't know whose smart idea it was to bring the Pro Bowl in the 2 weeks prior to the Super Bowl. That's just dumb. That is the dumbest shit.
You think about what the players that's playing in playoffs. They play, they get hurt too. Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm not seeing your point.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna get paid for playing. All players play for the regular season, but they also get paid extra for the playoffs. It'd be the same thing. They'll get paid for this too.
Yep. Exactly.
So that doesn't make any sense.
So our players would not play for one draft pick, they would opt out. Well, if they do, then guess what? They're not going to get a pick. That just means their team is not freaking together, and they don't value the number one draft pick. And
you know, contracts work, right? It's not that you get $20 million for that whole year right there. You get paid per game you play.
Yep, per game. Yep.
If you're hurt, you still get paid. But if you I don't want to play this game, then you don't get paid.
Yep. ECG, we get you, man. Everybody's opinion's valuable, bro, especially yours, man. You know football, man. We know you know football, bro.
I know football.
No yeah.
But
I can dig it, bro. That's your point. That's why I asked you, cuz that's why I be asking you certain things, bro. You know what I mean? Because I really value your opinion, bro. So I mean,
it was just a thought, EG. What Dante, it was just a thought. It's not a bad idea, it's just a thought. NFL probably won't do anything like that.
Right. To be honest, the conversation, it was just me and my homeboy just talking, bro. We was like, yo, that probably work. Like it'd probably be dope. You know what I'm saying? But
well, you see the NBA did. You see the NBA did, right? They had three more teams to the playoffs, so they have these play-in tournaments. So what the heck? It's the same thing.
And to be honest with you, the basic thought of what you're saying has been brought up before. It has been brought up, having a freaking and because the NFL is really bucking against doing a lottery thing, you know.
Right. No, they don't want to do that. No,
they don't want to do that.
The lottery thing is so fucking stupid. I hate the NBA for that shit, bro.
Because
we got 7 wins. I'm a Bulls fan, bro. We got 7 wins. I mean, we had like 20. I don't remember how many wins we had, yo. But it was. Yo, we pick at 12, bro. I reckon this is bad as fucking Dallas, and we pick at 12. Are you sitting?
Yeah, the lottery's rigged. They did lottery. I think it's stupid. I mean, you're a team that you have no players on there, and you're like the worst record in NBA, but yeah, you're picking number 6. What's this that make?
Dumb as hell. That shit's stupid to me.
That's stupid. And then a team that had better record than you, and this and that, they get to pick number 1.
You know when I knew it was rigged? When fucking Cleveland got the lottery, the first round pick 3 years in a fucking row. That's when I realized I'm like, oh, this shit's some bull.
Yeah, right. I don't like this. When they had a lottery pick, I don't even pay attention to it. I say whoever, whatever.
So the thing about it is, here's the difference with the NFL and the NBA. The NFL has said, if we see that you're tanking, you're going to lose a draft pick for that.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Right? The NBA hasn't done that. So they chose to take the freaking high road and just make it a freaking lottery, which is a problem in itself. The NBA should just say, we see you tanking on purpose. You know what I mean? And the thing is, with the NBA, what sucks, especially for sports bettors, I don't do that, but sports bettors pissed off with the NBA because they don't have to say their injury report until 2 hours prior to tip off.
Right.
So it's, you know what I mean? And the thing is, the NBA, if the NBA said you're on the injury, if you're on the injury report, you have to actually say whether that player is playing or not. They don't do that.
I love it. Sure
everybody's doubtful or probable or whatever, and then when the game starts, people bought tickets to go see LeBron or who the fuck ever, and they're sitting on the bench in street clothes, dude. It's pissing everybody off. You know,
Hey, Dante, I know you're playing devil's advocate, man. Make sure you pull up my show tonight, man. I want to talk to you. But anyway, yeah,
Nah, he
that's
said send the link.
that's something about the NBA because
He said
you
send the
go
link.
and buy these tickets and then go see a game. You expect to see the big stars of the league,
Exactly.
Giannis and all that stuff. And you get there, oh, he was hurt an hour before the game. Like, why did I travel so far? Pay this money for his ticket, pay for parking, got to buy food, got to do all this stuff, and I can't see the biggest star I want to see.
Yeah, that dude just dropped.
The worst thing is, I brought my little son here to watch this superstar get autographed, and now he's not playing.
Yeah, that dude just dropped 40 yesterday, and 2 days later, he can't play. What? Yes, it's a problem, and they're gonna have to fix that shit because I think their NBA's losing fans quick, man.
Yeah. Chihuahua, you know what?
Hey,
they might have did something. If we got number one pick, the NFL probably say, "Oh, you guys tank, so we taking that away from you."
ECG sick of typing. I'm gonna take the plane. I'm gonna let you have this.
What's this plane thinking?
Oh, pilot, co-pilot. So we're not fighting over who's displaying the chats.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
My brother, how you feeling,
What's up, man?
I am working, so that's why I don't have my camera on. But
I got you.
No, you good.
no, it's not a bad idea what you were talking about. It actually brings up a really interesting conversation. But to me, if I just think about it from the player's view, right? Like, I don't think the number one draft pick overall to go out there and sacrifice their bodies for 3 or 4 more games. Because think about it, right? You're 3 games into this, then you lose, and then it's like you played for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you're looking at like the star quarterbacks out there. Let's say, Patrick Mahomes. It could be anybody. Lamar Jackson. It's like, all right, I just went out there for 3 games and got beat up for no reason for a number one draft pick, and then again, if that number one draft pick doesn't work out in 5 years, and you're like, we just played in that game for really no reason. When the whole goal is to win a championship. That's what I'm saying. I think that like players would be very against that. And then you got to go to the fact of this, right? A lot of the work that gets done for these draft picks get done during the playoffs. So when other teams are playing, that's why a lot of other teams that have are in draft position to have higher picks, they're doing their research for that point in time. They're hiring scouts. They're doing all that stuff. So you kind of take away the advantage of that too, when other teams are not allowed to go and seek for other coaches. And, Ben Johnson had to sit out until, you know what I'm saying, until they had lost, right? You can't tamper with other coaches and other players and things like that during that point in time, but other teams can when they are not playing in the postseason. So, but yeah, I'm just playing devil's advocate because there's a lot that goes into it, and there's not like a secret sauce to it, right?
Right.
Because you also got to think about like that these guys are employees, and when it's let's say if you got done playing the full season, got your ass, let's say the Raiders last season, right? They got their ass kicked all season long. I don't know if they're going to want to play for a number one pick. Max Crosby's like, it's not guaranteed that any of these guys are going to work out. And then you got to worry about like what guys are not going to be under contract too. So there's a lot considering exactly what you need for a number one pick, because the Raiders might not have necessarily, let's say if you guys drafted, I don't know, CJ Stroud a couple years ago, right? You guys are the number one overall draft pick was Cam Ward. So it's like, why does it matter that we're going to be in a number one position for a quarterback? Because usually the bad teams need a star quarterback at number one overall.
You mean Caleb Williams, right?
Or Caleb, or whoever you guys wanted. You know what I'm saying? Michael Penix Jr.
With CJ Stroud, though, is what I'm saying. When it Caleb Williams and CJ Stroud, when they're the 1 and 2?
No, it was Bryce Young and CJ Stroud.
Bryce Young, you're right.
No.
Yeah, Panthers. That's right.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking about. It's a good conversation.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Yeah, you got to think about that too, because like I said, these players under contract, and like I said, who to say that they might not even be on team next year, and they sacrificing their life and limb for a draft pick that a lot of times work out and a lot of times don't. So yeah, that's a good point.
You fight for the championship, not a draft pick. You know what I'm saying? That's how the players gonna look at it. Like, what you mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, ECG. It's just spitballing, bro. We just spitballing.
Oh yeah, I know.
Better, you know what I'm
I know
saying?
it's hard to get context in the chat. That's why I wanted to come on and like kind of explain where my thought process was.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
But I do want to know who's your quarterback coming out that year? Was it Bryce Young or CJ Stroud?
I had Bryce scout a little bit higher than CJ.
Okay.
I think most did, actually.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
To me, it was like 50-50. And there was arguments against both, but I mean, the one big argument that came up with most people was CJ Stroud has the size and Bryce Young is not.
That's the only thing,
not as big.
Yeah.
Well,
but I think people are starting to see that shit don't matter with Bryce.
Well, and to get Bryce Young, they had to get rid of his number one weapon in order to even, because they had to give away freaking DJ Moore, which was their wide receiver one. They brought him in with nothing on the Panthers. CJ Stroud had weapons year one. So that was the difference. And I think Bryce is getting better, and CJ Stroud took a step back last year.
A sophomore slump.
So here's what it is. You know,
I think both of their seasons would have looked similar even if they flip-flop teams. Yeah. I think people were saying CJ sucks and Bryce was the better quarterback.
Yep.
So similar. And the only thing that's different is their size. But I don't know. It's going to be their third year is what's going to everybody needs to hone in on. I don't think that storyline gets talked about enough. Is like, what are those two going to look like?
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Now I don't.
I don't know. Right, Dante, you got to admit that. When you're a brand new quarterback in there, and the NFL players don't know your play style, they see you in college, but it's a little different in NFL. So when they see that first year, second year, like, okay, we watched film on this. We know exactly what you do in this situation. So maybe that's part of the slump. You think?
Yeah, I mean, always having NFL film is, different than college, right? Because you're coming in a different scheme, different players play different. I mean, no matter what we want to say about CJ, CJ threw like 2 NFL wide receivers, the Chris Olaves, the Garrett Wilsons, the Marvin Harrison Jr.'s. We get that, but Marvin Harrison Jr. in college is different than Marvin Harrison Jr. in the NFL, right? So,
big difference.
And also you have to consider that. And I always think too, what if Bryce Young? I mean, y'all remember the Texans draft 2 years ago? They went all out for Bryce Young. Like, they had so many draft picks and they built that team from scratch and they were an actual contender and went to the playoffs. Then you look at Bryce Young's team and it's like they didn't really draft anybody. They brought offensive linemen in and Adam Thielen, and it was like that's not really moving the needle for us. And then they drafted a couple of guys that ended up getting hurt or wasn't really at the top of their draft class anyway. So I wasn't really sure what they were doing, but I mean that's how you build around a quarterback is like you're going to choose them first overall, then you go and start choosing things that are going to be a good supporting cast around them.
They also traded away their best pass rusher too at the same time. Brian Burns. Yep. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. They got
Hassan Reddick too.
They picked up Clowney. I thought that was stupid, but
I mean, they needed something with Burns freaking leaving. I mean,
yeah, I know, but my point was like, that owner, rid of him first.
Tepper's an idiot. Tepper's an absolute idiot.
Yeah,
he's a soccer guy.
Yeah,
he's a really good soccer owner.
Yep.
But the thing with him is he has to stay away from football operations or at least understand it a little bit more.
You missed that conversation. We were talking about, hey, you notice how you don't hear shit from Mark Davis? That's a good thing.
Right.
That's some teams need that. Some owners are good, they know football, but some owners just know money. So stay to the money, leave football alone.
Yep. Well, you saw Robert Kraft, what he tried to do last year by hiring what's his name, because he was an all-time Patriot, and it didn't really work out. And so he went and got Mike Vrabel, who was one of his guys, but like Mike Vrabel, remember, had the Titans as a number 1 seed a couple years ago with Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, he's a different caliber coach.
Yeah, that's
that Mayo thing is a little different because it was set up already for Belichick left that he was going to be head coach. That was already in contract before he knew anything about Vrabel. So.
Oh yeah, but still, Robert Kraft had to give the approval for that, and it's like just stay out of it,
He could avoid the contract. Say, "Oh, hell with this."
There's a question right there. ECG, I want you to go first on this one.
You have him fifth in your top 5 quarterbacks. Remember what we did last year with CJ Stroud, a lot of y'all, and you fell flat on your face.
Said Jaden Daniels won't have a sophomore slump. Already have him 5th of the top 5 quarterbacks. What do you guys think?
No, that is a mistake. You should never rank a rookie season that high. I mean, he can be in the top 10. I would have Jaden Daniels I haven't done my list yet, but I'll probably have him like 9 or 10. Yeah, but you're saying Jaden Daniels is better than Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. You got him better than, oh my God, why am I drawing a blank?
Zon, how you doing, brother?
Did you say Josh?
Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts,
Rob.
Yeah.
I mean, you keep going down the list. Like he's not Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford. Like he's not better than any of those guys yet.
Not yet.
No.
Rob in the building.
5th. That's still too high for Jaden.
Here, what's happening, Rob? My bad. East. My fault, bro.
No, you're good. And then also, it's the second year for that whole team, and they're gonna look a little different too. Like this is Dan Quinn's 2nd season with them. Like they got tape on Jaden.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they. I don't think he'll have a sophomore slump though.
That's what I was saying earlier. They watch to see what he does, and they like, okay, now we know it's in this third situation. We probably can defend it better.
Right.
I don't care what you say. He's not better than Herbert or Stafford. He's not. Stafford's better than Herbert right now.
Yeah.
Stafford's still slinging the rock really, really well.
Mm-hmm. Ease. I got a question, bro. That quarterback you was talking about from Ole Miss, yo. Can you give us some insight on him? Or not yet? You don't want to.
Oh, Austin Simmons? What you want to know?
I mean, I didn't get it. I just stopped in because we was getting ready to do our show, so I just stopped in to show the love and everything. But if you can elaborate on with the chat and everything and everybody about him, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So Austin Simmons was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school out of Hawaii, and he was supposed to reclassify. Well, he was supposed to come out this year, and he came out in 2023 because he finished high school in 2 years with like a 5.43 GPA. It was something ridiculous. So then he reclassified. He was supposed to go to Florida, and then he flipped his commitment to Ole Miss. And now he's 19. So now he went to Ole Miss at 17. He's 19. He just graduated college with his bachelor's degree. Which is insane. He was a 2-star athlete. He quit the baseball team and is focusing strictly on football. It sounds like Austin sounds like a bitch for not staying on the islands. Okay, that's nasty work, because you can ask any USO that comes from Hawaii. They don't play for Hawaii. If they're good, they go to USC, Arizona, Washington. Those are the schools that they go to. Oregon. Yeah. Like, what are we talking about here? The fact that Austin Simmons is going to the SEC is a big time. And Uso going to the SEC. Yeah, he's a big kid, man. He's
what's his measurement?
I think he's like 6'3", like 230. He's a big kid. He was really good at baseball. He ended up getting hurt last year. He was a pitcher, and he's left-handed to add on to everything else. So I don't know how well he's gonna do, but obviously the kid is smart, and you're quitting baseball and you graduated college early.
Right.
Yeah, bro. He's gonna be. I don't think he's going to have like an awesome year where everybody's like, oh my God, this dude needs to be a Heisman champion. But I think Ole Miss is going to be good in 2 years. I mean, there's no way that kid's that smart and, a 2-star athlete like that. And he doesn't come in for Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin's system. Like Lane Kiffin's got his hands like wrapped around that kid real heavy right now. Because for him to be able to flip from Florida to Ole Miss, I mean, I understand DJ Lagway was coming out, and that's probably the reason why he wanted to go to Ole Miss, knowing that Jackson Dart didn't have that many years left and was going to come out this year.
Yeah.
But he's been in that system for 2 years, learning behind Jackson Dart, and I mean they've had a lot of success. I mean they beat Georgia last year, right? And so he got to see what that feels like to bring down a powerhouse. And Lane Kiffin's that type of guy that's a player's coach too. So I don't know. I'm happy for him. I think that's a great accomplishment.
So can I got one more. And Dave, what's up, brother?
Wait before you do that. You're 1 second before you do that.
Go ahead.
First, all these, there's 4 channels up here. If some folks have popped in, check us all out. Get those subs and likes, man. That helps us out big time. And I wanted to say hi to the man, David Zone. How you doing, brother?
What's up, fellas?
So what you
How
got?
you feeling,
What
brother?
you got, Yerp? One more to ECG, brother.
All right. So if he was to come out in the draft, where would you put him at?
Oh, I mean, we haven't really seen him play, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I'll
good.
say
He's
that.
coming in garbage time for a couple of games and looked really good, but
Okay.
I mean,
Who we talking about?
You got to see him in the full season. You got to see how he does, how he copes.
Yeah. My bad. I shouldn't
Yeah.
even ask. You know what? I'll save that for you. At the end of the season.
and he
Were
lost
Were
the
we
two.
talking about Manning again?
When he
No,
comes in, he's
Austin
coming in
Stevens
playing against
going
the second and third guys, so
Austin
you can't judge him by that. You got to see him play with
Yeah.
And Trey Harris is going, and the other wide receiver, and Ulysses Bennett is going now. They're running back, so like you have 3 starters that are gone from that team now, and then also they brought in a bunch of transfers. I think they had like the number 6 transfer class again, and so he's a left-handed quarterback. So a lot of the guys that are there, they have to learn how to catch from a left-handed quarterback because a lot of people don't understand. This shit's not easy. The ball spins the complete opposite way than what they've been used to catching all their lives.
It's been
No,
different.
you're right about that.
Like I was a left-handed quarterback, so it's just difficult for people to learn from. Like,
Yeah, it's
It's
and
only
the more
very
spin,
few know how to spin that, John. For real.
and
It's only
like
very
Vic,
few.
from what I understand, Vic was not that hard to catch from because he never threw any ducks. They were always had a lot of spin on him, but the receivers had to chase the ball because it was tailing away from them when they were going to their left.
Vic wasn't accurate, but he had a fucking cannon, so you were forced to catch that
You had a
bitch.
fucking howitzer.
It was
Oh,
never,
man.
it was
Let
never
them
a duck.
Fine,
You never
boy.
saw a duck from him.
Nope.
It was always a freaking tight spin ball, and it tails away if a receiver's going from the right to the left across the field. It's tailing away towards the, it's just like any shortstop or whatever that's throwing to first base. They have to aim to the first baseman's right hand because it's going to come back that way if you're right-handed. You know what I mean?
And honestly, your right tackle has to be like a left tackle.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's the opposite now. So
absolutely,
that changes the dynamic of your offense completely.
absolutely. And when you're Dylan Gabriel and you're not Michael Vick's size at all, and you throw from a low arm angle as well, that's a recipe for a lot of batted balls in the NFL.
Yep.
So, just saying. That's why I think.
Did you know Dylan Gabriel had
in Cleveland? I'm just saying.
Dylan Gabriel had the 5th lowest batted ball percentage in college.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah,
you can miss me with that
little.
shit too.
Yeah, he was outside the pocket a lot too.
No, he wasn't.
Hey, well,
Rorschach.
He was in the pocket about 63% of the time when he threw the ball.
yeah, I'm insane though, but yeah, I was like, he did a lot of rollout plays, but I don't know how he got the ball past those 6'3" guys, but he did for somehow reason.
Dylan Gabriel is good with the balls.
How could he see him?
Dylan Gabriel's a fucking beast.
Hey, East Coast, can I ask a question?
Yeah, man. What you got?
Hey, bud, I was curious. What's your take on Jackson Dart? Because I kind of liked the guy.
If he sits behind Russ and Jameis this year for a couple games and learns the NFL system, I think he'll be all right. I don't think he's going to be like this top 5 quarterback, but he'll get the Giants by. It'll look a lot like Eli Manning, what he was doing. I don't think he'll be a Hall of Famer, but my problem always with Jackson Dart is that Lane Kiffin system he was throwing a bunch of comebacks and 9 routes like the whole time. Like it was a bunch of that. So in the middle of the field, I mean, his arm is nice and strong, can throw, a good ball when he's stationary, but sometimes when he's rolling out, those things could look a little wonky. Just any routes between like the 3 and 7, he can't really hit all that much. You don't really see him throw backside. And I've always told people, look at every NFL quarterback that's a starter. They can hit a backside outside the numbers throw like nobody's business. And that's where you make your money, right? That when you get paid your contract, they're saying that you can hit that on a consistent basis. So if he sits behind somebody, just like I thought with Drake May, I kind of rank them kind of the same when it comes to they need a little bit more development. Drake May got to sit behind Jacoby Brissett. I think if he sits behind Jameis and Russ, which I think it's a good combination of where he is. I'm not saying that's his comp, but like Jameis is going to sit there and launch that thing, and Russ has got a little bit of movement to him, can also launch the ball. I think if you put them together, you kind of get Jackson Dart. So if he learns from both of them, I think he could be, pretty decent for the Giants. I mean, I like to pick up for him a lot because those two guys are there.
Nice. Right. Okay. I kind of liked the kid. He seemed to have the mustard to me. He like a little bit of Brett Favre.
Hey, Rorschach, you come over here, I'll make you mine too, my brother. I rock with you. I see you a lot in a lot of people's chats, bro. I see you in a lot of people's chats, and I rock with you.
Rorsch is that dude.
You Graph's chat. You in I see you in Raider Nation Live's chat. Yeah, I seen you around, bro. I'll make you mine. I rock with you.
That was a little scary.
Yeah, you gotta chill.
I'm only teasing you. You know that.
Oh, you gotta chill, bro.
I have candy.
How you feeling today, bro?
Welcome, brother.
He's I have candy. Yo, you gotta chill. Stop, dog.
The double red champ apologizes to nobody.
Nope.
G-Fam, I'd like to take this moment to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double red champ apologizes to nobody in his Conor McGregor voice. Oh, all the channel here. Let me show you all the channels. They're on the screen right now. There you go.
I do believe that's the first time I've heard East Coast voice.
Really?
Yeah, East Coast is shit, bro.
Hey, you gotta watch the show, man. Especially do the college thing, man. When he highlights the players, and I always watch it. I like his take on it.
No, he's always been smart.
Not all the time. Yeah.
I like to call ECG his nickname for me is Reality Check.
Oh yeah, he's a smart dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes I break his chops a little bit, but
But we all do.
It's all good fun.
Yep. He's the absolute reality check dude forever. He's that guy who's just like, look, bro, we don't know.
Who was the quarterback? East Coast. Who was the quarterback last year that I was breaking your nuts over, and at the end of the year you were like, see? Was he the one for Denver?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Yeah. You weren't the only one.
I know. But we take our shots, but you got when you're wrong, you gotta. So I'm publicly acknowledging that you were right.
All good.
I
appreciate that. Hey, I will be the first to acknowledge when I'm wrong before everybody else does. So, and I've made plenty of videos of me being like, I was wrong about this person. I was wrong about this person. But
that's the rough thing about making videos because you put your opinions on tape.
Yep. But they always are backed up by facts. I don't use my feelings when it comes to this. So,
yep. That's right. Absolutely, man. So, G-Fam says ECG is probably the smartest football evaluator I know. Check his channels on.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Zon knows.
Well, I gotta get. Hey, I'll get with Bob and I'll get everybody's links because I can't even. I don't have my laugh all you want. I can't read nothing on the screen because it's on my phone.
Like and this.
When you go in through this, it's so much smaller.
Don't be scared. I got some right here.
Well, Bob, you could just send me the links to the channel when we're done. I'll subscribe to everybody. I didn't even know East Coast Gridiron had his own channel. I just thought he was like the resident maven everybody knew. I'll go watch.
Nope. The rest of the yo, you gotta chill.
No, a maven is somebody who's smart.
That shit's funny, man.
No, it's just how it is funny.
I wasn't calling him a know-it-all.
He's spreading,
sometimes
knowledge. He's spreading the knowledge.
Spreading the knowledge, bro. Spreading the knowledge.
That's it.
I mean, it's easy to say. A lot of people say I'm a know-it-all, but I mean,
I like East Coast.
I put in the work.
Bro,
so.
To me, bro, like
I will. Hold on.
You like to me, you like a football dictionary, bro. Like for college, because I ain't gonna cap. Like you do know your NFL too, but like
I'm going to go watch the high school kids this weekend do media on Sunday. So like, I watch kids film for free on Twitter. I get tons of messages of me watching kids film and critiquing them. So like I give back where I can too. So
so can I ask one question then? If you're watching high schoolers, if there was one high schooler you've watched to look out for in the future college ranks that you think is going to be something, do you have one?
In the college ranks?
In high school, do you have somebody you watched and you're like, wow, this dude's the truth for a high school kid?
There's this kid Malachi Ziegler that's committed to Florida State. He's committed to Clemson, or he has offers from Clemson, Florida State. He's a 3-star down there in Texas. He's really good.
What's he play?
Quarterback.
Okay.
Let's see. Another one. It's hard to evaluate college guys sometimes.
Yeah, I get it because the competition and all that.
Yeah. Brandon Way is one guy that I'm constantly in contact with. I'm actually going to go watch him this year or on Sunday. He's from my area, but he's got a ton of offers from different schools. He's a running back.
Where are you from, East Coast? You don't got to. I don't need your street address now, but
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're a PA? Where? I'm in Philly.
Oh, yeah? I'm in Lebanon. I'm in Lebanon, PA.
Look, bro, we gotta have drinks sometime.
I don't drink, but I appreciate you.
I can drink while you can drive me home.
He said, "I can drink while you drive me home."
I'm kidding. We gotta do sometime. I'll reach out after all this stuff, and maybe we'll go and meet up sometime. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. Pig said I'm hyping up Jaren Hall a few years back while I was while dunking on AOC.
Yeah.
You can say what you want about Jaren Hall. I was actually giving more respect to Jaren Hall at being at BYU and being a better quarterback statistically than AOC, but don't sit up here and twist my words, please. He didn't even make my top 10 quarterbacks that year. So
yeah, they were in the same level of each other. You just thought one was better than the other. So there you go.
And if you want facts on Jaren Hall is way older than Aiden O'Connell. And also the dude went out on a mission while he was at BYU, didn't play football for a year and came back, got married and had like 2 kids. But
well, that's what BYU does. They have lots of kids, man.
I interviewed the guy, so just because I like him personally and like what he did at BYU doesn't mean that I think he was going to be a great NFL quarterback. But I digress. You go back on my videos, and I would give you $100 if you could clip where I have Jaren Hall in my top 10 quarterbacks that year. I bet you can't find it.
Right?
Good luck. Go do your research.
Okay, guys.
I'm still waiting for Bo Nix to fall on his face.
I got to take off right now. It's been a pleasure. Second time I've been on a panel. I can't see his face with Dante here. Hey, David, nice seeing your face.
Always good to see you, sir.
I will have a pull-up show at 3:30 Pacific time. In honor of Jeff, and I'll explain to you what happened to Jeff. A little bit, not details, but I'll explain why he won't be there. But I'll be back at 3:30. I hope you guys join me. Okay. I'll see you guys later. And like always, Raiders.
You know it.
You're
See, my brother, My brother.
Love some Christopher Raymond, bro.
He
That
know
dude,
it, man. He know the
love that dude, man.
He know the slogan. You feel
Yeah,
me?
thank you. Appreciate the content. That's what freaking.
I know where he got it from. I don't want to
Yeah,
steal
I know
it.
where you got that
Don't be
shit from,
stealing
too.
graph shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't want to steal. I don't want to steal. But I love it though. I was cracked. I remember the first time he said that, John. Yo, I played that John over and over about 30 times.
Content.
It was so funny. I was crying. I was like, "Yo, bro, on
Yeah,
something."
so con and a tent.
Yeah,
It's con, KHAN, and then a tent emoji. Content.
You will never ever hear me say Duval. I'm not a fucking nerd.
It's easy for me to remember Yerp's name because when I get drunk, everybody's like, "You doing something?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Big Stick says, "What difference does it make you projecting better?" I did, and I said I was wrong about that. So
They still talking shit in the chat.
There's a dog at you, bro. There's a dog at you from G-Fan. ECG whispered Duval while we all said Raiders.
He's always trolling me, man. Why you doing this?
Yeah, I was in Wasted show. Was it last night or the night before? And that dude Piano Man, he's like, "Why you always in here starting trouble?"
Yeah.
At Pigs, go back and document every time I was right about a player. I got a hit rate over like 90%, right? Bro.
Yeah. Agreed. Yep. What's up with Jeff? Look, so first, I'm not gonna go too far on. A lot of you know Jeff is Northeast Raider Boosters, 401 Jeff. I'm not going to comment much on that because I'm not asking. He just told me that he felt weird, had to go to the doc, spent some time in the hospital. Everything's okay. He's going to be back on tonight. Sounds like so. Yeah. I think everything's good to go. But when you get our age and something ain't quite right, man, it's smart to freaking just take your ass to the ER and say, man, something don't feel right. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's. I'll just leave it at that. So
prayers to him, man. Hopefully he gets.
No, I got
hopefully got there early to detect whatever it is and recovers.
Take me down to the hospital at the harbor. Yeah. This is garbage. I feel like garbage.
207 in the building. What's happening, my guy?
Yeah.
Raider Ben in the building. What's happening, my guy? Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up.
Yep. Shit don't feel right, man. Take your ass before you see the doc, bro. I hate losing people that freaking just try to power through shit when they in their 50s, 60s. You just can't do that shit no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
You shut your whore mouth, Bob. That's how I live my life.
Word.
I'm teasing, by the way.
What would Wasted say in that? Get out of here with that filth.
Yeah.
He said I would be unceremoniously blocked.
Get
off my yard.
He said, "F out of here."
Get the out of here.
Shout out Wasted. Yeah.
No shit.
I
sat down and I've drank beers with those guys. Yeah. It's not a show. That's exactly the way they are in real life. It's fun.
No. But the thing is, something needs to be said about Wasted though. He's not really yelling at people when they say something. That's just his demeanor. That's the way he is. He's not. You're not trying to block somebody when you flip him some shit. He's just funny. He just throwing
he'll block you. He will block you if you're being
bad. He will though if you keep it up.
A lot of it is performative.
You keep that. Get out of here with that filth is a warning.
Nah, facts. And yo, when his face tightened up and he he pissed. He was like, "Hey." Yeah. Then when that unceremoniously block come out extra loud, it's over. Bye.
Yeah. In his defense, some nights, because he's so old, he's just tired and cranky and hasn't had his nap yet.
John, if you ever talk to him again, bro, tell him I reached out to him. I did reach out to him on Twitter and shit. He didn't respond, but
Well, you got to remember they have a lot of subscribers, so it's hard to filter through all that stuff.
Yep.
Nah, I understand. That's why I be trying to like. I'm gonna get one. I haven't been able to because like I said, I went back to work, so my schedule is off with. And
got a great question. Got a great question down here from freaking Gunny. Gunny says, Zom, have you worn Raiders gear to an Eagles stadium for a Raider game yet? How does that go?
Do I look fucktarded to you? No. Hell no. I live here. I am not that dumb.
Yeah, my brother live in Philly, but I'm still going down, Raider down. No, I'm coming.
They're gonna pelt you.
I'm right across the bridge, you know. I'm coming.
All right, let me give you the realest experience I could tell you about. When I was a child, we went to a Phillies game. Not even an Eagles game, a Phillies game. Back when they had a courthouse underneath the stadium because they were just putting people in jail straight out the motherfucking stadium, yo. Right? I walked in, I got to be 10 years old, and there was 9 dudes holding an opposing team's fan down in the urinal, and they were pissing on him. Yeah. No, sir. Am I not doing all that nonsense?
And I got a couple people coming with me, too. So.
Yeah, all right.
Hey,
tell me how the water feels.
Hey, ECG can probably tell you this. So now it's Lucas Oil Stadium. I'm not sure if Lucas Oil has the same thing, but the Hoosier Dome, back in the day when the Colts first came on board to Indy, they had a jail underneath the stadium where they put people in jail. And they used that jail for the Indy 500. They used that shit for every event.
Yeah.
We work with the Eagles at my job, and that's one of the things. Like I work in the drug and alcohol addiction services. Like I'm a IT director for that business, but we worked with Big Don a couple of weeks ago because he's the director of all that stuff. They have a jail at the Eagle Stadium too. So
in the new one,
yep,
I didn't know that.
Absolutely. Look, Hoosier Dome had a freaking judge on duty.
I'll be right back.
They literally had a courtroom and jails there.
Mm.
I don't know if Lucas Oil does though, but I mean, wow, that just tells you something right there, just how freaking out of hand it can be, you know.
Right.
So especially, you know, I don't know if Oakland was like that. I just know that I went to the last Coliseum game, the last primetime game for the Coliseum. We freaking beat Rivers and got a pick at the very end to win on a Thursday night game with my daughter. We took a road trip from Washington down to Oakland and saw that game and stuff. And I just, you know, grown ass man, you know, retired from the military and shit like that. And I'm peeing in a freaking aluminum trough. I'm like, wow, this stadium, there's a reason why they're leaving this shit, because this is freaking antiquated shit over here, man.
Right.
People in there smoking weed, freaking everything else, security coming in there, and they're like, hey, you can't do that. And they're like, you need to get the fuck out of here. You're going to get hurt. And security leaves, you know? You know, it is one of those.
Welcome to Philly.
Yeah. Well, and that's the same thing it was in the Coliseum. It was like, security, I know you're trying to do your job, but if you don't leave quickly, you're probably going to get hurt. You know, it's just saying. And they go, okay. And they just leave.
Yeah. My father-in-law from Philly, though. You know what I'm saying?
All right, sorry, fellas. Got to get back to work. Rorschach, thanks for pulling up, brother. Appreciate you, man. Congrats on the
sub too, Rorschach. I appreciate
George is that dude. I like him. He's a good kid. I got a good story for you. Watch this.
And that profile pic is fire too.
I took my little girl. It was who was that quarterback? The tall, Durfee one the Eagles won the Super Bowl with, right?
Nick Foles.
Yeah,
Nick Foles.
Rookie year. So we went to a preseason game. I got my little girl. She's got to be 6 to 8. And they're all Steelers up. I'm wearing a Raiders jersey, right? But it's a preseason game. And this fucking guy comes by, and he's like, oh, so I take my little girl, I put her back here. I'm like, what the I said, you want to know something about the Eagles? This is before they won their Super Bowl. I go, what's this? And I slid the cellophane up on my cigarette pack, just like this. See how it's all empty and clear? I go, what's this? He's like, what? I go, that's your Super Bowl trophy case. Shut up, bitch.
That's a Piano Man special right there. Piano Man special.
He went from being an antagonist to like, oh, why would you do that? I was like, I'm here with my kid. You're just breaking my balls.
That's
like,
fucking hilarious, bro. That's hilarious, man.
That shit happened.
ECG, were you able to see that? I know you don't have the video on, but are you able to?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, that shit's fire, bro. That's freaking money, dude. And I'm gonna steal that, Zon.
Yeah, he went from an antagonist to a victim,
just like that. Yeah.
Now, if I want to do the same trick, I got to throw a cigarette butt in there.
Yep. Two.
Yep.
Two now. Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, two. Yeah.
No more fucking pity for them.
No more pity. Yeah. No shit. And they have a good chance of possibly getting another one.
I mean, really, if you want to get them, you can hit them with something along the lines like you won the Super Bowl and something called the tush push. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is that all you guys? Is that the entire freaking town? Or yeah.
Stay away from my tush. That's all I care.
You just get off that, bro. What do you think, ECG? What do you think about Pegues, bro? What do you think is going to happen with this dude? What's your thoughts, hypotheticals? On this
and
dude?
give us Tonka right after.
Yeah,
JJ Pegues is interesting, but I mean, for what people say that he's going to do, like play fullback and tight end and all this shit, I don't really think that that's going to happen.
I don't believe that either.
I think that he's going to come in there and be a 4-eye 3 technique like he was in college, but I really think that Walter Nolan elevated his game coming over from Texas A&M and having the year that he had as well. So that's I think, what was it, in the 4th round when you picked up JJ Pegues?
Yeah, 4th or 5th. I can't remember.
I think this shit is way too high. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of JJ Pegues. I'm not a big fan of like guys that are playing like 5 different positions anyway. So
he's like a gimmick player.
Yeah. I mean, you can look at all the gimmick players that we've had in the NFL and none of them really paying out except for like Dante Hall and
the Raiders.
Yeah, Dante Hall and Devin Hester and those type guys that could play wide receiver and play kick returner.
Yeah.
Those are really the only gadget guys that really worked out.
Was the man.
Yeah, he's a badass player.
Yeah, I got a question for you, East Coast.
Yep.
And you don't, I'm not asking for a game by game breakdown, but since you go on so many Raiders channels, have you given what do you call that? How many wins and losses you think they may have? Have you broken?
We do that here in about a month. We'll go through all the teams.
Fair.
Team by team. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I don't get too hyped up around the schedule release because like everybody starts out at fucking 0. I don't care about what your strength of schedule was based off of everybody's records last year.
Correct.
Sorry, that's always been my opinion. Like people always ask us, can you break down we'll break down what your record is and go game by game once I figure out who's going to be on your damn team after the cutting period and the preseason and all that. But I'm not going to do it before that. We were pretty spot on with the Raiders last year. That we had you guys at an average of 5 wins. What you guys have 4 last year?
Yeah, 4.
I picked about the same.
That comment section was fucking AIDS, by the way. I've never gotten so much hate on a record prediction video ever.
So Rorschach, David Zahn, thanks for the kid compliment, sir. I appreciate it, but brother, I'll be a 50 burger late September. Just understand, Zahn calls me kid too, and I'm older than him. So
I call everybody kid. It's a term of endearment, kid.
Kid. Yeah, exactly. So let's see what else. I don't understand why all teams don't use the tush push. Hey, the Bills tried to. Did you see that shit? And they didn't.
Yeah, but the thing is people have tried and they've severely failed. You guys got to understand, like that offensive line with what's his name as their coach? Oh my god, what's Jeff Stoutland is like
Stoutland,
he turns those guys out like every year to be great. Like they're like the number one offensive line the last 5 years for a reason.
Yep.
And also Jalen Hurts.
They practice certain angles and shit to make it work. There's the science they have.
It is. And then also, you know what helps? Jalen Hurts squatted fucking 600 pounds.
I know.
Well,
he's a tank.
And they lose a Hall of Fame center and just replace him like it's nothing. Unreal. Yep. I mean, that's organizational freaking football right there. That is it.
You get rid of all Chip Kelly's guys and you keep Jeff Stoutland for a reason. Think about that. His whole staff was gone except for Jeff Stoutland.
Yep.
You know, something hit me today, guys. And it's the question for like the whole panel. Has it hit you that yet with this guy, Bish, whatever?
Besh.
We're going to be basically running 3 tight ends because he's a converted tight end.
He's a slot. He's a big slot. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to be running 3 tight end slots. Slots.
3
whatever.
tight ends. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
That doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
13 personnel in the NFL is kind of weird.
True. It is weird.
I would think if you're running 13 personnel, you're gonna be running like the damn wishbone or like a triple option set that you see Army and Navy did, not in the damn NFL running that.
Or a single back set with 2 wideouts as well.
I don't think you guys are going to be running 12 personnel at all. But
I'm saying he's going to play the wide
action RPO
position, but he's basically a tight end. So I mean, big body guy, sure hands.
He's not that big like he was at LSU. I was at the Senior Bowl standing next to him. He's about the same size as me. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well,
he cut down weight. He cut down weight a lot. I mean, he's a thick guy, like Paul's if necessary, but he's a thick human being. Like if you tackle him, it's gonna fucking hurt.
You can't do that to me when I'm drinking a beer, bro. I'm gonna spit it out.
But he's not like tight end big, you know what I'm saying, anymore.
JJ.
Oh, if he went in the 6th round, then I'm okay with the JJ Pegues going to you guys, but I just don't think he's going to be used like everybody says he is. And another thing that I hear that drives me nuts, man, is that Tommy Mellott. This one drives me crazy.
Is that the fast quarterback?
Yeah, but he ran a lot in college. Doesn't mean that he's going to catch the ball. Like everybody just thinks like a quarterback transition in a wide receiver. I could tell you about. There's a bunch of them that converted to wide receiver over like the past couple seasons. As what Malik Cunningham's doing with his career right now. Garrett Green just transitioned to a wide receiver, and he was a really good quarterback at West Virginia. Where's he at? Undrafted. I don't know if Tommy Mellott's going to work out to be the next. I hear Julian Edelman a lot. I'm like, come on, man. We got to temper our expectations for these kids. Like
Julian Edelman had Tom Brady throwing him the ball.
Exactly. In a different type of system. They didn't draft him to be Tom Brady's backup. And Bill noticed that he was catching passes. And then him and Tom started working out with that. Like, come on.
Well, I watched an interview with Julian Edelman. He said he didn't even really talk to Bill for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bill's like, all right, you've earned your stripes.
Yeah, you suck, but we're gonna keep you.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's good though. I mean, if you give your guys a year or 2 to develop, and then you don't throw them into the fire like we fucking do every goddamn year, do you have a chance to actually build their confidence, learn their skill set, and become players?
Right.
Yep. We are way better at acquiring quarterbacks in free agency than we are at drafting them.
Well, I ain't going down. I did it yesterday, Bob. I ain't doing it. I'm staying out of this one.
I'm just saying we are way better at acquiring quarterbacks history-wise than we are at drafting them, unless you go back to the 60s and 70s, man. I'm just saying.
Well, even Darryl LaMonica didn't have success at first, bro. No, that's not the way it's ever worked for us.
But that's too far back, man. I'm thinking just from the last time we had some sniff at a Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Last time we were in the Super Bowl, we set the interception record.
What?
Last time we were in the Super Bowl, we set the record for interceptions.
In a
He was
Super
a
Bowl.
converted quarterback. He might have been from high school, but I remember Jacoby Myers at NC State being a wide receiver for 3 years.
Jacoby Myers was a receiver at NC State last I checked, unless he was a emergency backup
For 3 years, not just one, for 3 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he may have been their emergency backup, like freaking like McCaffrey is for San Francisco. I don't know.
Did you say Jacoby Myers or Brissett? Question.
Oh,
Jacoby Myers.
Oh, okay.
You said Jacoby Myers.
I didn't know he could throw the ball. That's good. I like players that have little wrinkles. That's something you could just add into a game at the last minute.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, a lot of guys in high school, like I coached a guy, Braden Davis, that's up in Syracuse. He went from South Carolina to Syracuse, and he's playing wide receiver now, and he was a badass quarterback. It happens because these guys are so athletic nowadays. But like, the probably the best all time converted quarterback to wide receiver was Ryan Tannehill. But Ryan Tannehill played quarterback. He was a wide receiver. He was a badass wide receiver too. And the last 2 years that he was at Texas A&M, he became a quarterback.
I just want to know how he was a good receiver, because watching him run was like watching a fucking caveman loft through snow.
No, dude, he actually had some speed, bro.
Oh, well, maybe.
Oh no, when I say two of the most underrated wide receivers of all time to me are two white dudes. Chris Collinsworth was badass with the Bengals.
Fuck that guy! I can't stand to listen to him speak.
But he was a badass receiver. And Ryan Tannehill,
but his voice just fucking makes my testicles pull into my stomach.
Ryan Tannehill was a badass wide receiver too, and they needed a quarterback, and he played a little bit in high school, and then he just fully converted over. But he had the size and everything too to play quarterback.
So let's be clear though. Let's be clear with Collinsworth. The Bengals would have a Super Bowl win if Collinsworth would have caught a wide open ball against the Niners back in the day. That's a fact.
That guy.
Oh, my dad told me, he was like, you need to go back and watch Chris Collinsworth. And I went back, and I had a buddy that worked from NFL Films, and he sent me a couple games, and I was like, yo, Chris Collinsworth was that dude. What the fuck?
He was. But he wasn't on that one day.
I would posit that we have had more success with quarterbacks who've been converted to wide receivers or would, like, you know what I'm saying? Like other positions that go to wide receiver versus wide receiver to other positions.
Sure.
I mean, you got Deion Sanders. He's played wide receiver. You had even slash like Cordell Stewart. I think should have stayed a wide receiver.
Yep.
Cordell Stewart did all kinds of shit.
Yep. Corner, wide receiver, freaking kick returner, punt returner. Y'all
remember Braxton Miller?
Wide receiver to corner.
Braxton Miller's another one.
Yeah, Braxton Miller.
I think wide receiver to corner is a magical combo, to be honest with you, because they know the routes and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here's the problem, and ECG. I'm going to apologize before I speak on this one.
Uh-oh.
I feel so bad for the Jags, bro, because I think they just freaking flip-flop the fortunes of the Browns to the Jags.
No, you don't have to apologize. Again, me doing the analysis on every single team, I literally have to look at my teams as well. And if you know anything about my channel, I've been very, very honest about Florida State and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you a Browns fan or a Jags fan?
Jags.
I'm a Jags fan.
Okay. Well, I think if they get the right supporting cast around that quarterback, you're going to be
really. We have been. We've done it the last 3 years. We scapegoated the shit out of Trevor Lawrence. He sucks balls, man.
He just sucks, man.
He sucks ass. I don't want Trevor Lawrence on my fucking team anymore.
I want to see Trevor Lawrence needs to shake his head like a Marine, bro, and just freaking change it up and freaking get mad.
Yo, he said that shit, and he should have just finished it with all Diddy.
Yeah.
But are you? I was about to just say that. Are you cool with Travis Hunter though, or
I'm agnostic, right? I like it and I don't like it at the same time.
Yeah.
But here's why I like it. He takes care of two needs at two positions that we needed, right? For right now. But when you go into an interview or go into your press conference and say we're going to utilize him more as a wide receiver instead of a fucking corner, which that's where he was best at last year. I don't fucking understand, and it blows my mind that we're not going to utilize him a lot at corner.
He should be a wide receiver package thing.
Him and Tyson Campbell would be awesome together.
Yep. Shador threw a lot of murder balls. That dude's catch radius is insane.
Yes.
It is, but when you get 150 targets too, it's just like what I'm sorry to say this, but it's the same way I felt about Michael Mayer. Notre Dame sucked balls, but they gave him like 160 targets one year. He got overdrafted. He should have been like a 3rd or 4th round pick. He got overdrafted. I'm sorry.
Yep. So I'm right there with you. I was disappointed in that draft pick.
I'm teasing you, but that's fine.
So what I'm saying is Travis Hunter, I think the problem is I think he got kind of screwed there with that deal, because I think Travis Hunter's going to get trapped in something he doesn't want to do. And I think he's going to be available in 3 years.
There was 2 players I wanted. I wanted Jahdae Barron, or I wanted Tedero and McMillan. Those are the 2 picks that I wanted for the Jaguars, and they really fucked themselves. But I mean, they didn't fuck themselves. Let's be honest. Like, we don't know what Travis Hunter we're going to get yet.
Were they available? I mean, other than the first one, were they available? The other guy, was he available in the 2nd round?
Yeah.
For them,
who?
I'm talking about the Jags.
McMillan,
no.
Okay,
Ted and Jahdae went to the Panthers in Denver in the 1st round.
Yep. They went in the 1st, but the thing about it was the Jags trading back to the Browns. Would the Browns get next year first, and their pick at 5th, and a comp pick in 27.
It was something ridiculous. I don't
Is
know.
your wife a Jacksonville fan, Bob?
That's why I say the Browns kind of just traded the curse to the Jags.
Right.
You don't want to put that.
If they were going to trade up, they should have got a quarterback. Because
all right, so they got the 5th
pick. Not the
pick.
year to draft a quarterback. There's no good ones.
So this is what we traded away. This was crazy. They got our 5th overall pick, our 2nd round pick. I forgot about that. Our 4th round pick, and a 2026 1st round pick.
Yeah.
I want to blow my brains out.
That's a heavy price, bro. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then, you were saying that Travis Hunter is the next Justin Jefferson.
And then guess who they picked in the 5th? Opposite freaking Myles Garrett, Mason Graham.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You don't want to play that defense.
No, you really don't.
You don't want to see that defense.
I didn't want Mason on the team. I would have been okay with it, but my thing, a lot of people had the Jaguars picking him, and I'm like, the Jaguars are not going to pick him in the 1st round. And I was right. I said, there's no way that we're going to pick a 6th defensive tackle in the last 2 years. We drafted 4, and we traded for 1 in Eric Armstead. You think we're going to go and choose another one? No, they're going to let those young guys eat. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
For a minute, though.
Cleveland got all that.
Cleveland got all that, and with their pick that they got on the trade, they got the dude they needed because they knew their offense. There's not much they can do with their offense. And then they got Shador and Gabriel at the very back end of the draft in the 5th and 4th, right? Gabriel first, then Shador, right?
They got Gabriel in the 3rd and then Shador in the 4th or in the 5th. Yeah.
In the 5th. Yeah.
Who do you think starts?
So it's like, I mean, and Deshaun Watson's out for the year. That's
why I asked, who do you think starts?
I clearly don't. I think Shador is a better talent than Dylan Gabriel. I firmly believe that.
Ooh.
That's my opinion.
I'm not a fan of Shador.
I think they're not in day.
That's talent, just talent.
I think Dylan's more talented than Shador.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't watch Dylan play, but I watched Shador play, and he did not one single thing for me.
Okay.
I mean, he would have been better than anything we had on our team, but that wasn't saying shit.
I think Joe Flacco still starts. I don't think you're going to see Shador or Dylan at the beginning of the season unless And I don't see Kenny Pickett being on that team after cuts happen. So I think they're going to cut down 3. I think they're going to cut down to 3. I think it's going to be Joe. I think it's going to be Shador, and I think it's going to be Dylan on that roster.
That's a fucking lineup and a half, though. Let's be honest. Yep. That's depth everywhere.
And I got a question: is Nick Chubb going to be back?
Nick Chubb's a free agent.
Yeah.
They drafted Dylan. They drafted Dylan Stewart and Quinshon Judkins. He's not coming back.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn! Look out, fucking Steelers, bro. Look out, freaking Ravens, bro. Holy
fucking Dylan Stewart being on that team. My goodness.
Oh, my God,
yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, not Dylan Stewart. Dylan Stewart's the edge rusher for South Carolina.
Yep.
Dylan Sampson from Tennessee.
Dylan Sampson. That's
Dylan Sampson was my number one
running
back.
I just didn't realize that you said Gabriel, but trust me, I've gone to games here in Tennessee and watched Dylan Sampson. This dude,
he's he's incredible, bro. I don't know how he wasn't chosen first overall.
I was screaming for him. I'm
Who's
like,
that?
come on, man, let's go.
I understand what Ashton Genty did, but like, watch what I say. Dylan Sampson is going to be the number 1 running back for them and be Nick Chubb 2.0. Like, he's going to fucking wreck the league for a long time.
Oh, so was that the guy that they said was second best?
So think about this for
a moment. Omarion Hampton. Everybody.
Okay, that's the other one.
Think about this for a moment. Dylan Sampson. This is SEC football. Tennessee. There the whole time. He holds every rushing record for the University of Tennessee. Every one of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not. He got hurt at the end of the year. Going into the playoffs, or maybe in the playoffs. I'm not sure he got hurt.
He got hurt after 3 plays in the first round of the playoffs, and
that's right.
They sucked balls the rest of that game.
Yeah, after that, it was done.
They did because he was SEC Player of the Year. I mean, I disagree with you, God feeling Raiders. He's not.
Yeah, what are y'all gonna do about Lama Leva?
And Nico's an absolute.
Nico Iamaleava is going to UCLA.
Yeah, he's a douchebag. He's in UCLA. Good luck, bro.
They got the better quarterback. Joey Aguilar transferred to UCLA from Appalachian State and now is at Tennessee. He's going to be badass there.
I hope Nico throws the same kind of hospital balls to his receivers in UCLA as he did to Dante, because that's what he did. He threw hospital balls. Dante had to freaking grab them and curl up and go down, other than run with them. Many of those I watched in person. I'm like, dude, I heard
Jordan say he had to change, like a lot of shit changed.
And I'm telling you what, Brew, they call Brew the freaking was the wide receiver 1, but yeah, he had a lot of catches, but Dante was the one that freaking took it to the house.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, when he caught a ball, it was a chance.
Dante had like a 10% drop rate or some shit. That's why he wasn't throwing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Dante Thornton.
Brew
McCoy and Squirrel White were better. That Dante was third on the depth chart.
Yeah,
he can't get shit over the middle. He couldn't run the route tree. Everybody likes to go back to his Oregon days, but like, you had fucking Bo Nix as your quarterback. There was no excuse. Bo Nix was spreading the ball around to everybody. He couldn't do shit there. That's why he transferred.
Yep. But he also transferred to the SEC though. So, I mean, I'm not.
He did, and he couldn't start over the other 2 wide receivers that were there.
Right, right.
Drew McCoy medically retired. You know that, right?
Right, but Brew, what's that?
So,
Drew McCoy medically retired a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
If I have to be honest, Bo Nix is the Temu version of the quarterback that San Diego drafted that went to the fucking. Oh, my brain is broken. He was in San Diego, and then he went to
Phillip Rivers.
No, the fucking damn it! I had it and you blew it out of my head. Come on, they won the Super Bowl. The Saints, yeah.
Saints, Drew Brees.
Yeah,
Drew Brees.
He's the Temu version of Drew Brees.
Yo,
I'm just messing with East Coast. That's all. Jokes.
Huh. You said who is your comparison to Drew Brees?
Bo Nix. He's the Temu Drew Brees.
Yeah, I don't see that. Appreciate your comment. Yeah, I don't see that. Drew Brees. The thing is, the Chargers would probably have a Super Bowl if they would have kept his ass. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Chargers are the only team I have sweeping us this year. Right? Wasn't that it, Bob? We did this the other night.
Yep, I got it written down right there. You have us 8-9 and getting swept by the Chargers, but that's it.
And I got the Chargers winning the division.
Chargers winning the division. Yep, that's what you have over there. Yep. And then let's see what we got from G-Fan. That's okay. We can disagree and still be friends, but watch and see, brother. Raiders will become a run-heavy team. Dude,
well, they've been trying to do it for 3 years.
That's the goal.
I mean, if you watch Chip Kelly,
they want to run the ball.
That is the goal.
I doubt Ashton Genty cracks 1,000 yards. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I don't think he cracks.
I don't think he does either. I think he does next year. I think they got too much.
Probably next year. Raheem Mostert's gonna get some burn. I don't. Chip Kelly runs a 2-back system everywhere he's going.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think we have too much turnover in the offensive line this year. I think it's going to take us a good, at least quarter of the year to really get the run game going.
What turnover are you talking about?
Well, we need a new tackle unless come on, what's his name?
Miller's good to go, bro. Don't sweat that.
The right tackle either develops or he doesn't, or we got the two guys.
Oh, Glaze? DJ Glaze.
Yeah, I keep thinking Seaman, but it's not.
Bro, I think he takes a step forward, bro.
I hope he does, because if he does, that makes us much better, much sooner. But I think we're going to have to replace him, and then we're going to have another guy who's going to have to learn on the fly, and then we're going to have a day one starting new guard. I would like to see Glaze develop and then put both of these two new guys in a guard, and we're going to have something offensive line-wise.
I think Rodgers is going to start a guard, one of the guards positions.
Yeah, but if Glaze develops, I think we have two new guards as well, and I think they're both going to be very good, but it's going to take a smidge.
I mean, because that's what I'm about to say. Because he's correct me if I'm wrong, right? But didn't DJ Glaze play some guard in
Maryland?
In Maryland, yeah.
Yeah, he played a little bit.
Right. So I believe that even if they feel like he don't work out at the tackle spot, you could just put Charles Grant right there and slide him right next to him. Yep. And you already got Caleb Johnson on the other side. So I think it solidifies that. If that happens. If not, we'll just wait until Colton, you know what I'm saying, retires.
Nah, you're not. You're
Grant over there.
You're not gonna wait. If Glaze develops, they're gonna shove both those boys in a guard, and they'll be fine. They'll actually be more than fine.
What I'm saying is, if DJ Glaze is a tackle, if he's the tackle, like we hope he'll be, then you're gonna have to wait until Colton leaves, because then you can slide him over on the other side.
Well, they're not going to do that. They'll just go and get another tackle. You got two guys that'll be, if you put them in those guys will be Pro Bowlers. What?
Charles Grant played left tackle. Correct me if I'm wrong, East Coast. He played left tackle.
Guys get converted every year.
Charles Grant from William and Mary. He played left tackle.
I haven't done my homework on him, so
yeah, but that doesn't matter where they played.
He does film breakdown on offensive linemen. He's like damn near what East Coast is to college football when it comes to.
Who are you talking about, Sanjeet?
Yeah, and he said
he also said if they don't put him out there, if Glaze develops, they'll both be put in guard, and then watch yourself. Watch what this
right. But that's what I'm saying. But that's if DJ Glaze develops into a tackle, and that's if they want to keep. Yeah. And that's if Colt Miller's still there. Yeah,
that is the best case situation, and that's what I want. I want a solid offensive line.
Right, but we need to nip that in the bud like ASAP, like because the last couple of years we've been bad at we've been shuffling all the way into the season, probably like week 3 or 4, and then week 5, we know who we got at. Like we can't have that this year.
Well, you just got to realize that here's the thing though. The last 7 weeks of the season, our offensive line overall was ranked freaking 7th in the NFL. So just overall. So now, prior to that, it was a work in progress, and we were shuffling, moving people around. Of course, that has a lot to do with coaching staff and all that other shit. Just so I just want to put that in there. And I'm telling you what, Colton Miller's not going anywhere, bro.
Nah.
And we're just waiting until for the June 1st piece of it, and then when things happen, they'll know the money, know how to restructure, know all this other stuff. I'm pretty sure those conversations will happen with that dude, bro.
Right.
There's no question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, I'm saying like after he's done, I'm not talking about like leaving like after the season. Like if we give him the contract and he leaves after he's done, I see Grant going over there on that side. If
he could, because that's what he played primarily.
Good talent.
Yep.
So
I think with a right-handed quarterback, if someone's good at left tackle, their right tackle is going to be very easy to them once they get the footwork right. What do you think, ECG, on that?
What was the question? Sorry.
I said,
I'm sorry. I'm working at the same time. I just didn't hear what the last thing you said.
Plays primarily left tackle throughout their college career or whatever, and you ask them to play right tackle. I think footwork is pretty much their main focus. It's all
opposite, though. It is.
I'm sorry.
It is hard because you're focusing on. Well, when you think about playing left tackle versus right tackle, your angle is different, and where your pressure is coming from, because you got to think about it. Guards and centers are used to having left and right pressure depending on whatever the gap schemes are and things like that. When you're playing left tackle and right tackle, it's usually, if you're playing right tackle, there's nothing really to your right side other than the rusher if he gets around you, and the same thing with the left.
Right.
It really depends on whatever what arm is stronger, because a lot of people get confused when they talk about like guys like Will Campbell, right? They will take this shit and run with it, but they don't understand from a scout's point of view what we said about Will Campbell has short arms. It's not about the measurement of his arms. It's about how he blocks and how extended he gets with his arms. That is what we're accounted for on film. So when we say short arms, that's really what we mean. And that he would play better at the guard position than he would at left tackle or right tackle. So the extension of your arms, your base, I could break it down on film for you guys. There's a triangle formation that you have to kind of keep under to open up your pocket. But that's like the opposite when you play the opposite side of the ball. One of the most overhyped fucking clips of this offseason, and I was there at the Senior Bowl watching this shit happen, was when Mike Green blew up Josh Carnerly on the right tackle position. Josh Carnerly is a primary left tackle. That was going to happen. So what are we doing here? It's like the most overblown clip of all time.
The thing with The thing with Will Campbell is he's had elite traits movement-wise. Everybody was talking about his short arms, but he's strong. He has short arms, so he can engage quicker, so he can make up for the lack of – dude, yeah. I would have fucking killed to have him or fucking Membu. I would have killed to have him.
But you got to think about it in a perspective of when they talk about no shit if his arms are short, like a T-Rex. The thing about it is how fast do the players do the defensive player get into his body, being that his arms are shorter, right?
Well, guys that are smaller.
And hold on. Let me
grab it. Go ahead.
Just let me finish. Thing about it is these dudes, if they have short arms, they've had short arms their whole life. So I'm pretty sure they figured out how to freaking adjust for it. You know what I mean? That's just my thing.
Yeah, and I'm usually not a measurable guy. I could give a shit less if you got short arms or your height, weight, speed. I don't give a shit about that, because the one guy that is on an NFL team now, regardless if he got drafted or not, was Xavier Restrepo. Xavier Restrepo was a badass fucking wide receiver for like 3 years at Miami and went undrafted because he ran a 4.8. But when you watch him on the field of play, he's burning motherfuckers in their routes. So, I don't care about any of that. But that, with the exception of offensive linemen, though, Will Campbell on film, people want to act like he was like flawless. I watched several clips. So go back and watch a Texas A&M game where Shamar Stewart was giving him the fucking business for 60 minutes. Right, for 60 minutes straight. It was a fucking massacre. He couldn't do shit. I would never forget that when I had to watch that film twice because I was like, Shamar Stewart. And before anybody said it, I want to throw this out there. Before anybody said it on social media, ESPN, all that shit. We said this back in November that Shamar Stewart was going to have the biggest jump in this draft to the first round. And people are like, he only had 2.5 sacks. I don't give a shit. Go watch the film. That game against LSU got him into the first round with the Bengals.
Yep. Blew his ass up in that ball game. I did see that ball game.
Yeah, Nick Scorton too. Nick Scorton was having a field day on him. And Emory Jones on the other side, the right tackle that got drafted from LSU. They were fighting for their lives.
Hey, hold on. Let the chat handle him, bro. Let
63.
63.
63. Get him.
63 in the chat.
Spam 63. Get him.
63. 63 points. Freaking Chargers got dropped on them. Damn.
Well, we got a Chargers fan in the chat.
No, it's a certain Charger fan. We have no issues with other team.
Piano fan is here. Piano fan.
Why does everybody?
Piano fan.
Whenever he shows up, why is everybody like? Why is this asshole out here saying this dumb shit?
Yeah. Well. Yeah,
I mean, I always miss it, so I never see it. But.
FPM, you're a Pop-Tart. That's what he said. You're a Pop-Tart.
Called you a Pop-Tart?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean?
You're piano fan.
All right, somebody block this asshole. Let's get our conversation going again.
Nope. Let him go, bro. Let him go. Nope. Christopher Raiders told me just let the freaking dude go. Let the chat freaking handle his ass. They will. They'll wear his ass out.
That's right, Crash Dog. Start it out, Crash Dog. Spam that in the chat. 63. 63. Piano fan. 63. Piano fan.
Sorry, ECG. My bad, brother.
No, you're good.
This dude's just a freaking troll that won't freaking. It's like are you familiar with like farm animals at all?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I
live in the country right now.
When a cow gets a nut parasite, that's a bad thing. Like a bull gets a nut parasite. He's a nut parasite. He's one of those dudes. It's highly incurable. It takes time. You have to work on it a lot to fix it.
It's just crazy that like this is why like I don't have a team specific channel. I don't know how you guys do it. That shit would annoy the fuck out of me every time. Like my team's better than your team. Blah blah blah. I'm like I don't give a shit about none of that, bro.
Yeah, Zon. It just depends. It depends on the channel. He might be on all 3 channels at this point. It's hard telling. That cat right there, bro. That cat right there is a freaking lost cause, man.
Yeah, I know I'm a lost cause. It's okay. Don't hate me.
No, that cat, that dude.
I don't mind trolling every once in a while, but when it starts getting annoying, I just block those people, bro. I really don't have time. It just annoys the shit out of me and brings my channel down. So
that's why
I
launched the wrenches. I launched the wrenches like a mofo for the people that are in here a lot. and they handle it for me.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
worried
got
about
more blue than white. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's fact. And I'm good with it, bro.
The Army is strong.
We're young. We're young, bro. All these dudes that have been in here early, they deserve that
I'm
shit.
finna
They
get some
deserve
water
that.
real quick.
Oh, he put the N word in the chat one time.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
and more than that, he called me a gay narc, even though I've been married to the same woman for 32 years. So
Yeah, when you start getting like deep like that, like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just ignorance at
He
that point. Like,
basically said your wife has a cock. Yeah, that guy needs to be permanently blocked.
yeah, well,
yeah, if you're taking this football thing that serious to just start going after people that you absolutely have no idea who they are other than being on a computer screen, you're a fucking nerd.
just asking for trouble. I get it. Yeah,
I just ban them, bro, because like shit, I ain't got time for that. Like, if you're gonna disrespect me because I like a different sports team than you, that's crazy.
No,
Yeah,
I disrespect you because you liked Bo Nix, but you know, whatever.
No. The thing about it is, we had a Chiefs fan on the other night.
I know you fucking
fan on the other night. We had a freaking great conversation about that. He was actually saying, "Man, you guys did good, bro. This division is going to be freaking rocking." This dude doesn't have that kind of conversation. You know, I got no issues with other teams coming in. Zero.
Yeah.
You know, but this one dude, he's all over all the Raiders channels, just freaking splashing me in Europe all over everywhere, saying we're gay narcs and all kinds of shit. He actually has one content creator actually believing that shit. So I'm not going to say the name. I went on there and I saw it like firsthand.
Are you talking about small fry penis? I'll say it because I don't own the channel. Wi-Fi Willie sucks cock.
Wi-Fi Willie can go fuck himself.
Yeah, I watched one of his shows. It was like listening to a what do you call that? Was someone like it's like listening to the Raiders version of a flat earther. I was like, nah, bro. No, I can't go down the rabbit hole with you, son.
He gonna fuck around and find out what fucking G-Fam said. Do you look at G-Fam's you guys look at G-Fam's profile picture? So if you look at his profile picture, it's Max with a cigar in his mouth walking away, and Kelsey and Taylor Swift walking behind him, and Taylor Swift getting a good look at his backside, dude.
Yo, she was fucking side-eyeing that motherfucker like, I fucked the shit out of that. Bro.
Yeah, that's freaking money right there. I love it.
I'd sooner put my dick in a dry piece of balsa wood than fuck that retarded ass bitch.
Piano Man, I guess, is the type of dude that like I know more about his team than he actually knows about his team.
Yeah, what is his team actually? Do we even know?
The Chargers.
I think we all do.
Oh, he's a Disc Chargers fan?
Yeah. He says he's 31 and lives in Arizona. And then one point he said he was 17, and I almost reported him to YouTube because when I put my channel on here, I specifically make it 18 and over. I was going to report him.
Let's be honest, guys. If it's that crazy, that's probably John Harbaugh.
Who's got it better than us?
Nobody.
Oh, he's Lord of the Rings.
He's Lord of the Cock Rings.
Violin man. No takes. He sucks. Period. Right on. He's Lord of No Rings.
The Lord of No Rings. Oh,
that's a good one.
Love that one. Lord of No Rings.
I'll take it one step further. He's the Lord of O-Rings.
Yeah. Hey, that's your cigarette pack special right there.
He likes his cigarettes packed tightly.
Yeah, he pulls up in there, man. You have to do the cigarette pack deal. And if you're not here, I'm going to do it. I'm going to steal it from you.
Do it.
This is your trophy case, bro, right here.
Right here. The only way you can make it better if it was that gay powder blue bullshit uniform that they rock. Now, there have been good San Diego teams that I liked and I rooted for. When they had Natron Means Business, I liked him. I liked to watch him play. It was smash. He played the style of football I enjoy.
There you go.
That right there is the Chargers trophy case. Nothing.
No.
Nothing in that mofo right there. Just saying. Nothing.
0. Zip. Nada.
Hey, not seeing anything from him now. I think the mods just went, you know what? Yeah, I'm not
He got
into
booted,
it, bro.
He got booted.
He probably in timeout. A lot of the mods just put him in timeout just for him to think for a minute and then come back so he can actually have something decent to say or something to say because they want to rip on him some more. Just saying.
Well, you can block him for a whole ass day, but if all the mods did it, it's still only one day from the last guy that did it.
No, I can ban him. I can ban him from my channel.
You can ban him, but the mods cannot.
But the mods don't want him. They don't want him banned. They want that. They want that shit.
That's because you got fucked up mods just like me, and yeah, I'm all about this.
Yeah. They want to fuck with him, and I'm good with that. Yeah.
I went to the chat.
Cigarette box joke.
To ban his ass.
24-hour timeout out the box. That's what defense. Right out the box. 24 hours, boy.
Defense ain't playing.
Raiders.
He said, "Europe, no need for the 6
Europe.
The Raiders lost more Super Bowls than the Chargers ever been to by a lot. It's by a lot.
That makes me sad.
Yeah, by a lot, bro. It's not even. Chargers been to one Super Bowl. One, yeah, they've been there. Wasn't good at all.
If I remember, they are the originals of the Air Corral offense.
Wasn't that Dan Fouts, Winslow, those dudes? ECG, wasn't that?
Yep.
Yep.
You got it. Dan Fouts was the first quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And win nothing.
No, I think Dan Fouts was ass. To be completely honest with you,
Correct.
I think him and Joe Namath were two of the most overrated motherfuckers ever to play the game. And Terry Bradshaw, you could throw him in there too.
Terry Bradshaw, you can throw him in there, absolutely.
The only thing I respect Terry Bradshaw for was that he called his own plays sometimes, and I respect that. But outside of that, I really think Joe Namath and Dan Fouts are two of the most overrated.
Well, who got fucking Terry Bradshaw off the bench, right? Al Davis. Al Davis called the owners of the Steelers, the Maras. Is that the right team or is that the Giants?
Yeah, the Maras. Yep.
He called the Maras and said, well, you got this guy on the bench for it. Then they went on to win Super Bowls. Al Davis got
like, damn it, Al.
He was sitting on the bench. Al Davis called them, and because I've heard it out of Terry Bradshaw's mouth. He's like, yo, Al Davis, I owe him a lot. I owe him my Super Bowl rings. Otherwise, I was always going to ride the pine. They pulled me out. We won some games. It went well. But Al Davis did that.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's
Damn
crazy.
it, Al. Al, what the fuck were you thinking, bro? Come on.
We wouldn't have an NFL today without Al Davis.
Yeah, true. I'm just throwing it out there from your comment. I'm like, damn it, Al. Come on, man. Why you have to call Steelers? Tell them the right thing to do, bro.
Terry Bradshaw's probably the funniest retired player I think that's out there.
Who's that?
Terry Bradshaw. He's fucking hilarious.
He is funny. There's no question.
I'll be right back. I got to piss.
Oh, that's what it was. So WTF said, Al said, if you're not going to start him, trade him to me. That's probably how that conversation started, more than likely. Yeah.
Pittsburgh's like, hell no, we ain't doing that. Hey, get his ass up in there.
We wouldn't. He was the commissioner during the merger. They kind of agreed it behind his back. He was the first guy to start signing guys from the NFL. Huh. Oh, yeah. Okay. I understand what you're saying because it's NFL, AFL. Yep. I got you. Still mad we don't have a better camera angle of the miraculous reception. That play still hurts.
Yeah,
It's
called the deception. The immaculate deception.
No, he said miraculous reception, but I think they call it immaculate reception.
Immaculate reception. Yeah, it's the immaculate deception. They lied. I know people who were at that game. He caught that fucking ball. I mean, didn't. Excuse me.
Yep. Easy, bro. Easy.
Yeah, I get mad about certain things, man. It just sets me right off.
Right.
They were signing guys contracts on the field to beat out NFL guys. Yep. Like right out of college while they were still in uniform. No shit. Yeah. Because the NFL didn't have no fucking college rules at all. There wasn't a whole lot of, I mean, they were freaking just snatching dudes out of college left and right back in the day, man.
Right.
Al Davis was in court against the NFL on draft day. Al would have drafted Dan Marino to the Raiders, if he wasn't in court. Damn, that sucks, bro. I'm pretty sure Marino would actually have a Super Bowl.
Really, what up?
If that happened. Because back then, man, the Raiders freaking, they were there, dude. They were there. So what?
We were the gold standard of the NFL then.
Yep. Billy Davis, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? How you been doing? Like our schedule? How many wins we getting this season? Hey, I think all of us are in between 6 and 10. The 4 of us, I think, between 6 and 10.
Well, Venthrak said what, 4?
Yeah, and he's off the rails, bro. We just being healthy, we're doing better than 4. I'm just saying. Jerk nothing, man. Jerk nothing. What?
I don't necessarily think it's off by all that much.
Okay, we draft Elway,
but I gave us 8 wins was by our coaching, but if that doesn't go the way we think it's going to go, I'm leaning more towards 4.
Yeah, I just think we did very well in the off season as far as the bringing in proven winners. You know what I mean? And
we brought in a quarterback that spent 3/4 of his career riding a pine. Oh yeah, don't get me started.
Yeah, but he
played
drafted
well with a bunch of other bigger playmakers on offense.
But Bazan, he was drafted by the Jets.
I know. That's just
the way that goes for
no.
Quarterbacks drafted by the Jets. That has
nothing to do with the Jets. I watched that dude's fucking brain think, and it was broken. So I'm hoping he's better.
Well, he's better than what we fucking had.
He's better, but I'm really not going to be surprised if he's not.
You need to stop moving around because you're getting all freaking shaky and freaking shit. It's either that or you're on some freaking crack up there in freaking PA or something.
Stay away from Kensington,
man. Nasty word. Yep, he's froze. Okay, then sounds good. I hear you there too. I'm just waiting for my wife and daughter to come home. Nice, man. So they're scheduled to come home, brother? They're scheduled to come home, right? Really?
That's great.
When that gotta happen, brother? When they talking about mama and the baby headed home. When they talking about that, Billy? Great news. Hell yeah, great news.
Yep.
Just waiting for the wife.
I can't believe you're out here on the show called Liquid Lunch Friday breaking my dick because I'm drinking beers. Go fuck yourself, Bob.
Oh, this month. Okay, so sometime this month they coming home. Got you, bro. That's outstanding news, man.
Good shit, Billy.
Great
news. That was bad, bro. I don't know if you guys know the story about that. Billy Davis' wife and daughter were involved in a vehicle accident. A bus hit them in their car.
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
Daughter was actually in a coma, bro.
Oh Christ.
Yeah. So don't know if it was medically induced. It possibly could have been, but the other day opened her eyes, was alert, that type of thing. Good good news. Billy,
Yes, sir.
we're always here. The nation's always here for you. We got your back, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. You know we do, brother.
Show you right.
Thank you for putting that on air, man. Every now and then we gotta make ourselves right. That, you know, there's some shit just more important than football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of shit more important than football. And you remind us of that shit, and that you're letting us into your personal life, man. I appreciate you. Freaking
Exactly.
amazing, bro.
And by the way, Billy is always a nice guy. He's kind of a
He always
sweetheart.
show respect when he come to, you know, on the show. He always show respect. You know? We got mad love for you, Billy. You know that.
Fact.
Know that, brother.
Every channel he's on got mad respect for him.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know, he probably over there talking crazy about us too, like he always do.
Yep.
You know, say he on Rebel's channel. Piano
I know.
fan.
I know we're able to maybe give Billy a little bit of an outlet so that he don't have to, you know, process so much when he jumps in, and I'm happy to be able to do that, man, and I'm glad I'm able to do it. I'm glad.
Yes,
yeah.
Bob, put the link in the show. Let Billy jump in.
What's that?
Put the link down and let Billy jump in. And tell
if
the
he's
story.
able, Billy, you able to pop on?
Yeah,
Say
man,
a few
hop
things.
on. I'll send the link because he's on my channel.
Okay, he's on your channel. Okay, send the link.
And by the way, Bob, I'm probably gonna have to get off in this a little bit, but send me the link to everybody's shows, and I will go and subscribe.
Yeah, you don't make me do work.
Yeah.
I got you. That's what you typically do. I got
That's what I make my bitches work.
it. Fuck you.
Oh man, hey, man.
I Bob and me are tight. He knows I don't.
Yeah, we're tight. We're tight, bro. We flip each other's shit regularly,
Hey.
bro.
Yeah.
No, I thought you already subscribed to me already, right, bro?
Yeah, Mike.
No, I don't got the stuff to do it. Do you have a
you did.
phone?
Okay. Well, I try. I might not catch them because I work a lot of hours, and then I'm only like home a few hours before I go to bed. Like today worked because you guys were online when I got home, but I go to bed early.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm an old man. Unlike Bob, I do heavy lifting for a living.
Damn, bro.
Whatever, dude. Not anymore. I don't.
There's no such thing as light elevator parts.
Hey, Zon's work life is up and down, bro. It's up and down. It's up and down.
Yeah.
Works on elevators, bro. Literally.
I install them. I don't even work on them at this point. I would like to get back to the working on them point. That's way better.
Right.
Did you hear me?
What?
His work life is up and down. He works on elevators. he installs elevators. Yeah, no shit.
I'm like half the size of everybody else in my union that fucking builds elevators. So I'm like, they're like, why are you doing it? I'm like, shut up, pussy, keep lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to paint elevators back in Atlanta, like 2009. I did electrostatic painting. You know the Cartoon Network building across the street from the Georgia Tech facility. I don't know if y'all ever been to Atlanta, but
I've been there.
Cartoon Network ain't
know.
even. But back then, in like 2007, they was building the Cartoon Network building right across the street from the Georgia Tech facility, and I used to be on like I don't remember what floor it was, probably like the 7th, 8th floor, and I'm just looking at the practice. I'd be chilling, just watching the practice, and my uncle like, "Yo, what you doing?" I'm like, watching them practice. He was like, "Oh shit."
Hey, Billy.
So we used to paint the elevators.
Billy, if I send that to your IG, bro, all you got to do on your phone is just click it. If you're not busy, and it'll pop you right on, bro.
Yeah, it's actually so easy. Even I could figure it out, Billy. So we good.
Yeah, you just need your phone. That's all you need,
or your computer.
But he said he don't have the stuff to do it, so I'm thinking he's probably just phone. So,
right.
I'm on my phone.
Yep. and it's easier from IG to click on it. Just remember to close the YouTube channel you're on once you get in.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it'll echo like crazy.
Absolutely.
Look at this.
East Coast done fell
You are
asleep.
you are appreciated in my Tupac
I'm
voice. Zon, I hate stairs. You're appreciated, Zon, in his
Thank you.
Tupac voice.
I hate stairs too. They're my arch enemy.
Oh, okay. So, do you want to
Hi,
pop on,
bro.
Billy, or no?
He said I used my Wi-Fi at home. I thought it said his wife. I was like, okay.
Oh,
I don't have
shit.
I don't have my readers in, Billy. So please don't think
I
I'm
use
being
my
gross.
wife at home too,
Bob, I wasn't going there.
Yeah.
Stop.
but that's what you
Come
just
on.
said.
Well, I don't have my readers in. It's a little blurry. It's hard to read on your phone.
So why wouldn't you have your readers in if it
I took them off because I look fucktarded with readers on.
man? Who cares,
All right,
bro?
I'm gonna put this bullshit on my face.
You look like you got some weather up above you, man. You about to get some rain?
It fucking rained all goddamn day. Tsunami
Yeah.
up in this bitch.
It's been raining
Yeah,
here.
no.
Like,
I was
fucking
talking
crazy.
to my cousin. He live in Jersey.
Oh, there they are. There they are. Boom.
There you go.
Now you can see some shit.
I look like the fucking White Hornet.
That's funny shit, man.
That's why I don't wear them on the
That's
show, but I
good.
can read it perfectly
No,
fine
dude,
now.
you're good, bro. Everybody knows you're old as fuck, bro. It's no
Fuck
big
you,
deal.
you're older than me, Bob, you son bitch.
I know. When you call me kid, I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up, bro.
But I look way younger than you, Bob.
Well,
one,
yeah.
One dream got the readers too.
What?
You got his
One
readers.
dream he got readers too.
I needed them at 44. It's when I started having problems.
Yeah, I was about the same too. Yep. I think
got
47.
years,
How old you is your?
39.
It's coming, kid.
Oh, it's on its way, brother.
You want to know how you know when you're doing it? When you're in a
Chill.
restaurant and you got to hold that fucking.
Yeah,
See,
when the
you know,
menu
all the way
got
out.
me
You
way
gotta
out
I
here.
still got good. I still got good vision.
Yeah. Well, you'll know when you have to hold that menu as far as it goes from your face and you still can't read it. That's when you need
Yeah.
readers.
I can see a sign a mile away. I just can't see shit up close. I can't. Oh, and Zon may
Nah,
have his readers on, but he has shitty Wi-Fi. So gotta take care. You take care. Have a nice day. I just wanted to let you guys know what is on with the family. I don't tell people my business too often. Hey, man, and that's why I said I appreciate you for trusting
Billy.
the nation, man. And I don't try to give too much information, bro. I just want everybody to know your situation and how we're pulling for you, brother. And I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you 100%.
Yeah,
me
I
too. Won't tell anything more than you tell me, bro. I promise you. I won't make a story out of it. I promise you.
Right.
You got no damn readers.
Look at your profile pic. The readers right on you. Look at your profile.
Yeah, you got the readers on right there in the profile pic. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
I ain't got no damn readers. Shit.
Motherfucker look like freaking Urkel,
Not
bro.
calling the kettle black right there. That's crazy.
Motherfucker look like Urkel. Did I do that?
Oh man.
Oh shit, he fucking laughing. I figured he would.
Hey, y'all ever seen Harlem Nights? Well, get it out your eye, you blind motherfucker.
Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, lutein, all that shit. So you don't have to wear glasses like the rest of us. I use mine for distance. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, that's crazy because my wife, all her family got wear glasses.
Yeah.
Well, except for my sons, they don't wear glasses. But the rest of them, they glasses. My brother-in-law wear glasses. My father-in-law wear glasses. My mother-in-law wear glasses.
You fitting to. You fitting to, man. Once you hit that 40, dude, it's coming. I'm just saying.
I want to enjoy this last year, bro. Let me enjoy this last year, cut.
Yeah, I'll give you that, bro. It's okay.
You're one of the lucky ones.
I can see close. Yeah, with them damn freaking. Yeah, you can see close with them damn freaking goggles on. Absolutely, bro. You got a goddamn microscope on your face, bro.
That motherfucker got the binoculars on his. He got the binoculars on his face.
He got microscope and binoculars. He just flipping from one to the other.
Motherfucker got them infrared scopes on his face.
All right. That's what he said. All right. I see where we're at now, bro. He's like, I see where we're going with this shit. Yeah.
Yo, no, you wonder why he said that? Because my uncle, he got this funny voice. So he said it. So he like when somebody say tell him about himself or say something, he be like,
G-Fam says Yerp takes his medicine for glaucoma. He should be good for a while.
Oh yeah, I'm crazy.
I actually had a friend.
Hey, my prescription
says had to retire from the military because of that shit.
Hey, my prescription says 5 times a day.
How in the hell? Like, look, man, I got to take a pill in the morning, and I've had to do it for 10 years, and I find myself forgetting that shit 5 times a day. Shit, I'd be screwed, bro, if that was life threatening, bro. I'm just saying.
Hey, man, all I gotta say is good eyes. You stay fried. You feel me?
Yeah, but you're almost done though. You're about to go over 40, right? ECG.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
I'm 5 years away from 40.
ECG got them freaking. He got them glasses on too. He knows what I'm talking about.
I've been blind since fucking high school.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, he might be good. That's what he's talking about. That medicine he takes 5 times a day for that glaucoma is that freaking herb. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
No,
right.
it is.
It's been a proven fact. Herb freaking cures glaucoma. Doesn't cure glaucoma, but it freaking keeps it at bay. It doesn't get no worse.
Yeah.
It cured my dad's cancer.
And cataracts too. Takes care of the cataracts. You don't want cataracts, boy. I tell you that.
No, hell no.
Yeah, cleared my dad's cure my dad's cancer for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weed did. Yeah. Marijuana or THC did. Yeah.
Yeah. He learned to he had a friend that told him to boil it down to its purest form. It's strong as shit, and then just drink the liquid that gets left behind after the after the steam comes off of. It's like the purest form of marijuana and THC. Right. And it knocks you out all day, and it's a horrible experience. But he did that for 3 months straight, went back, and his cancer levels were at an all-time low. And then next thing he did was get surgery, because he had to have your levels go down enough for you to get surgery on certain types of cancer. But yeah, he's cancer free now. So
yeah. And that's
I don't smoke or anything, but I'm not against it.
Finale. That's what I'm talking about. You feel me? My bro knows. My big bro knows.
The strawberry cough keeps us 2020.
You hear me?
I guess that's the name of freaking.
A little lemon, a little lemon, a little cherry, and a little gelato, and you'll be okay.
Damn, you sound all freaking precise and shit on that, bro. I love it. Agreed, G-Fam. I agree. Herb isn't studied enough to realize the benefits. But one thing about herb is that's a plant, grows out of our earth, bro. And if we can benefit from anything, instead of getting all freaking stupid with creating all these drugs, and there's something in our earth that helps. Why aren't we studying it more?
Why are we talking about the devil's lettuce?
Devil's lettuce, my ass. Get the fuck out of here.
What's
Hey,
up, Michael?
so, hey, what's up, man? You back?
Yeah, I had to take a phone call.
We're talking about how goofy you look with your freaking readers on, bro.
Man, fuck you guys.
The readers.
You need a cigarette? Victor.
Look, he went back to QC. God.
I don't need to see. I can hear y'all fucks. Wretched motherfuckers.
Oh, man. Yo,
Finale's like laughing his ass off right now. He's like, what? Oh, shit. Because it's easy to grow the meds. They rather us pop pills. Agreed. Yeah, I agree. Yep.
They want to be slumped like a sleeping flamingo. That's
Yeah.
what they like.
They want us walking around like freaking robots, man.
Zombie. People passing out, gotta hold you up. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I got a question for you fucking retards. Since you're being such cocks.
Don't
No. I just
pull any
did the
punches,
insulting.
please.
I did the insulting part ahead of time. God damn it. Who's the most improved player on the Raiders this year? So you can't talk about no rookies. And I'm not looking for year 2 to year 3 players. The most improved, and we're taking our left tackle out of it because we know he's going to be better.
You're go ahead, bro. I got mine.
Wait. So hold on. You
Trey
saying year 2 to year 3 players?
I'm saying no, it doesn't matter. I'm not looking for year 2 to year 3. I'm saying the biggest improvement, other than our left tackle, I expect him to do much better this year because he was injured the first half of the last year.
From last
Other
year to
than
this
him,
year.
who makes the biggest jump this year?
I will say. Well, can I give you offense and defense?
Yeah. This
Okay.
partially your show, son.
My offense. Oh well, nah, because I would say Michael. I would say Mayor, but he's 2 to 3. So
No. It doesn't matter the year. Is basically what I'm saying.
Nope. Just
okay. So offense is Michael Mayer.
I think that's a fair bet.
And defense, y'all probably gonna burn me for that, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I think Amari Gainer takes a big leap this year.
I think you're right.
Okay.
I don't think you're right about who does the most improvement. I think you're right on one of them, but I'm gonna hit you with somebody. What you got, Bob?
Okay, so we're doing offense and defense then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he wanted to do.
And here's what it is. It's just the leap from last year to this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to go defense first, and I think Jacorian Bennett has shown improvement. So he's going to continue to show that improvement. That's the defensive push. Kuntz is right there, though, right behind.
I think Kuntz is the layup because he didn't produce last year at all. So he's the layup.
Yep, that's the layup. But Bennett, I think that's going to be important for us. That he takes that next step. So offense, DJ Glaze. I think he takes a big step forward.
God, I fucking hope so. What do you think, East Coast? Are you busy?
Trey Tucker is my vote.
Yeah, I think I heard him say that.
All right. What about
defense? I agree on the Jacorian Bennett thing as well. I like what he did at Maryland, and I like the way that he's progressed so far through his career. I think the best is yet to come from him. So
I like Jacorian Bennett. The only problem I find with Jacorian Bennett is he stays hurt. I like the only one I really, really agree with is the Amari Burney one. And
Amari Gainer.
What'd I say?
Bernie, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. I had it backwards. I'm sorry. And I honestly think Michael Mayer, if he can stay his ass out of rehab, because I don't care what anybody says, that motherfucker either was in rehab or he had an STD. So you gotta
Never a
stop
dull
fucking them
moment.
trannies.
Never a dull moment, bro. When Zon's on,
He's got to stop banging them trannies, bro.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep.
But no, I really think Michael Mayer on offense is probably Trey Tucker. I would love that. Would be my favorite one because he would stretch the defense out. It would make the run game way more productive, and then our offense could work like an actual offense is supposed to.
I'm telling you right now, Trey's going to get about 800 yards this season.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I know Chip Kelly's system in and out, and there's a reason why J. Michael Sturdivant at UCLA did well. There's a reason why that Emeka Egbuka continued to do well. And there's a reason why, most importantly, Deshaun Jackson and LaShawn McCoy had their best career years under Chip Kelly as well. Regardless if they didn't like him or not, he gave them a lot of burn. So,
I'm gonna go to the chat now on what they think. Finale says Koontz.
Hey, Sweet Pea.
I think Koontz. I think we all can agree with. Koontz probably gonna make a big step up.
Yeah, but Koontz can't count because he didn't even play last year. So if you go to the year before, do you expect him to have a big step up from 10 sacks?
What do you mean he didn't play last year? Yes, he did.
He did not. He was out before the season started. He was out in preseason the whole year.
Yeah. Koontz got hurt last year. He didn't play, but still.
I didn't realize that was in the freaking.
That was the preseason. Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Well, but I can see him freaking. Well, that even makes it even more plausible.
That's why it's a layup, right?
Hold on.
But if you're going to go by the year before.
Don't talk over me. Hold on. What I'm trying to tell you is, well, even what you said, that makes my point even more plausible, is that the dude has the talent and he has the freaking mentor on the other end. I think he's going to be, you just proved my point that he's going to take a huge jump.
Well, from 0 to how many sacks is a huge jump. But it all depends on his knee. Now, if we're going to hold him accountable to the year he had before, like because he didn't play last year, if he has more than 10 sacks, that's to be
clear, you asked a question, right? We answered the question. It wasn't about being a disagreement. You just asked a question what we thought.
But that was why we labeled it the easiest layup.
Easiest layup. Got you. But however, you notice Bennett was my pick.
Yeah.
So, all right. So
I would love for Corian to fucking.
G-Fam says Palomao make a big jump.
Yes, sir. I love that kid. I love that kid.
Yep. I don't disagree with that. Huge jump. JPJ will be a Pro Bowler. I don't think that's even a question. I think that happens. Right. Period.
I think JPJ starts.
And you say he's gonna be the best center.
I think he'll be a freaking first team All Pro center.
He is so aggressive. He's the modern day Steve Wisniewski.
Yeah.
He's gonna have some 15-yard penalties that aren't holding this year.
No, because when you pick somebody up and slam them on their head on the fucking dirt, that's not really holding. That's kind of planting. They need to come up with some new penalties for this guy because he's gonna hurt dudes.
And the thing is, all I hope for with JPJ is this. Spread that nastiness left and right. Let's get back to the freaking 70s, 80s Raiders freaking offensive line mentality, and that's going to be epic.
Right.
If he can do that this year, we're going to have a lot of penalties, but we're going to have a lot of success as well.
If facts. Yeah. All right, Law Dog, what's up, brother?
What's up, y'all?
Yerp, he's on your side, I think.
I got to put my glasses back on.
Yeah, Low Dog. Yeah, I said what's up to him. I said what's up to Low Dog.
Oh, right on. Cool.
Brandon, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy.
WTF thinks Mayer's going to make a jump. And I I think here's what I think. Here, you guys can push us around a bit. I think Mayer will have a bit more touchdowns than he did because of.
I'll push back on that. I'll push back on that.
I think him and Bowers are going to be very difficult to deal with in the red zone.
I think Besh, honestly, because he catches everything thrown his way. And maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid too much, but I think Besh soaks up most of Mayer's production.
Okay,
Mayer gets used as a blocker.
I think it's equal. I think they'll have equal amount of targets.
Yeah, but that could really happen. But at the end of the day, if that does happen, neither of them are going to have a good year. They'll
to be fair,
all right year.
Down says, to be fair, Navman's memory is fading. That's what Down said.
But Navman never forgets memories.
I never forget memories.
Memories. M-A.
Huh? True. Down said, we kept Snowden, not a real threat, but he did a great job at pocket pressure and outside containment. Good for in-game subbing. Good for depth. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. I don't disagree with that.
That's facts, bro.
It's just going to depend on numbers at this point. You know, it's who's going to be the 54.
Yeah.
Am I the only one here rooting for Dylan Laube to figure out how to not fumble? Because if that kid learns how to not fumble, he's going to be
a threat too.
That was the first person.
He's not going to be a threat. He's going to be the truth.
Here's the weird part.
He was the first person I talked to at the Senior Bowl last year because I was so impressed by his game. So there's an interview on my channel.
ECG. The weird part is though
I'm gonna go look at it, bro.
He fumbled. He had one bad fumble, like on his first carry, and I think it's like really freaking like taking him over. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but it was by TJ Watt.
When he shouldn't have fumbled, and he should have known better. And I think that's defining. I think that's defining him. That's defining him. To be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, well, you fumble in the NFL, you lose your job. So,
but if you're going up against generational fucking talent that makes everybody fumble, everybody fat, everybody get broken.
Yep.
Right.
There has to be leniency there.
Not fast.
Yeah, there's context to everything, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yep. So
facts are useless without context.
So Finale says McCormick too, but he just doesn't know if he's going to get a whole lot of time with Mostert, you know, being the RB2, because we know Mostert's going to be RB2. I have no doubt that Mostert's RB2.
I don't even know who that dude is.
Let's just see if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Mostert was the rushing touchdown leader in 2023 with the Dolphins.
I think he had like 20 touchdowns, 22 touchdowns.
Well,
like
when you got a guy that can get the ball out as fast as he does and have so like every fact requires context. Dude, everybody knew they were a pass-heavy offense. They were a fast-passing offense. They could go deep on you, go short on you, go wide. The running back is kind of a not even a second, but a third or a fourth thought. I don't put a lot of weight into that. I want to see who comes out of camp playing the style of offense they do that can produce. Because I don't think Mustard, whatever the fuck his name is.
You don't even know who the fuck he is, so why are you even talking about him, bro?
Get the fuck out of here. I know the offense that fucking Miami ran. Right? I know the offense that Miami ran, and if you're not fucking in position and being ready, and that ball goes out so fast, listen, you're like the
okay.
How do you say that?
Ready? Go ahead. Test my knowledge on Mostert. Go ahead.
Test your knowledge on Mostert.
Yeah.
Also, give us.
Or maybe you should go to Google.
No, I don't give a fuck about Google. Give me the context of your stats as you give them.
Go ahead, tell them.
2023 rushing touchdown leader, 18 touchdowns. Rushing.
You're reading that off a fucking monitor. I can see you looking up.
No, rushing. It's a fact. rushing
All right.
touchdown leader in the NFL
Uh-huh.
in 2023.
Why was the defense so spread far apart, Bob? Because they had a quarterback that could
most
get the
of his
ball out quickly?
touchdowns were in the red zone, bro.
I
Right.
understand that, but when you got fucking the cheetah on one side and the other guy on the other side,
I'm not arguing with you because it's pure fact.
I'm just saying I'm trying to put context into facts. I don't
only
know if
thing I
that
said was-
translates as well.
Oh, Zon, I'm only
Yeah.
saying that Mostert is the clear RB2, not the RB1. He's
Right.
the clear RB2. I think something crazy in camp would have to happen in order for that to change.
Sincere McCormick or Dylan Lowry had to have a crazy camp.
They'd have to have a crazy ass camp in order to supplant him. ECG, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to get animated there, but it's like, dude, I kind of
No, it's all good.
a lot of film on this dude, man. He's a freaking red zone freaking monster.
I love Mostert. I think he's so disrespected because he gets injured all the time. So there's no bigger Mostert fan than me. So
Yeah, no, I agree. Look, from now
there he
said
is.
Mustard.
Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off.
Zon. Hold on.
Huh?
I got to kick your old one, dude. You didn't leave off the old one.
No, I was trying to clean my phone with my shirt, and I turned everything off. I don't know what I did.
No, I'm just saying you were going to be echoing if I didn't freaking dump your old one.
Fair
That's
enough.
all.
I was apparently spitting too much when I talked, and my whole my fucking phone looked like a petri dish.
Guaranteed. All right, so we off the Mostert freaking train. Let's please do that, please.
Mustard.
Right. So Jason Down says my dark horse to make a huge gain is DeCameron Richardson. He got a lot of reps last year to build his toolbox. It's going to be confidence at this point. It's just a matter if he gets the reps. He needs to get the reps, man. That's what it's going to come down to.
Well, you earn them reps. You earn them reps by
He did earn
showing
the
that
reps.
you're reliable.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Hey, I think Jeremy Chin takes an even bigger leap. Did what he did last year.
Who's that?
Jeremy Chin.
Yeah.
I would never
Actually,
understand why the
I
Panthers
hope
got rid of
so.
him and Frankie Louvu. That shit was crazy to me.
I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, East Coast. I didn't mean to talk over you. But when we get free agents, I automatically write them off. I automatically write them off. We've had so many people that just came here to collect a fucking paycheck, a.k.a. Warren Sapp, Javon Walker. I go down the whole fucking line, but it'd make me want to throw up here on the concrete.
Breaking news.
But I hope we
said
get
breaking
guys
news?
wanting to come here who have a
Yep.
talent, who have a skill set, who want to play. When that happens, we will become something special. But we have not had that in a long time. We'll get the occasional guy like you. Oh, we brought in this many free agents. One or two of them bought in and then they played. And then you got the other guys that I just want to fucking tie a boat anchor around and throw in the fucking bay.
Yep. So ECG, what's the breaking news, brother?
Brock Purdy just got paid a shitload of money. 5 years, $265 million.
That little
65?
fucking,
$265 million in 5 years.
265
$265 million for Brock
for Brock
Purdy.
Purdy. How
You
many
guys
years? Is
5
that
years.
4?
you guys
5 years.
remember Revenge of the Nerds?
Wait, hold on. 265, is that 4 years?
Nah,
5.
that's 5 years. So he's gonna get 53 a year.
53 a year for this motherfucker.
I like Brock Purdy. I don't
No,
know if he
I
was
like-
worth
I like-
that
I
much.
like
but
his
They
goodness
mustard,
freaking-
but his
they
physical
dismantled
traits
that
are
team,
fucking
bro.
terrible.
They dismantled that team, bro. I don't know.
We finna see
That
if he's
dude
worth it.
has
this
a
year.
wet noodle for an arm.
Nah,
Yeah,
he
you
can spin
remember
it.
Revenge of the Nerds? You remember the gay guy with the javelin that bent? That's Brock Purdy throwing a football.
Yeah, I got you, bro. All right, so hey, somebody else. That breaking news is good though, because I figured that was coming. I was just curious on what they were going to pay him, considering they freaking just destroyed all his weapons, man. They took a lot away from that team, man. I don't know how their draft went. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention, but damn, that's big for Mr. Irrelevant, bro. I'm just saying.
From a guy that was Mr. Irrelevant, that's fantastic. God bless him.
Yeah.
I really like Brock Purdy, but
I'm glad he got his
traits are not the best.
Look, I'm glad he got his money, but fuck, man, that's whew. Yeah. So anyway, in the chat, G-Fam says Tyree Wilson needs to make a huge jump this year, or it's time to kick rocks.
Tyree Wilson is going to get jettisoned. He's going to be the next guy, like the one that John Gruden drafted, the bust.
Leatherwood.
Yeah, he's going to be the Leatherwood. And I liked them both, and I thought maybe we should have maybe renegotiated with them and brought them where they need to be paid, because both of them were productive players, but they were way overdrafted. And that's not against them, because that's not their fault. We had stupid people drafting. Leatherwood turned out good. He turned out good in the long run.
And G-Fam's saying it right. We got Chen for dirt cheap, and he's a freaking banger, dude. At strong safety, you need a freaking dude going to freaking put some people on.
But he's got to cover too. He's got to cover as well, and he's very limited.
Not necessarily, bro.
Jeremy Chin can do that all. You guys got to. I don't think you guys understand the magnitude of what you got. Jeremy Chin is one. He's a fucking beast.
Are you telling me we signed that dude,
bro? I did my homework on a lot of these free agents, bro. Jeremy Chin stood out the most.
He's for real.
I've been talking about Jeremy Chin for a long time.
We got him on the cheap too.
I watched the games when he was with Carolina, bro. He was balling. He made.
How are you gonna win with 2 on your chin?
I'm telling you what, he makes people look out his freaking ear holes and their cleats are off when they wake up. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's a banger, bro, and he can cover. So when you worry about the linebackers, you just bring that dude down in the box there and freaking just let him handle the middle and let the linebackers freaking handle a freaking running game. It's no big deal.
I bet you he's going to be the one who covers Travis Kelce when we play.
No, I think that'll be Paul. I think that'll be Polamalu. Right, because you only have 2 safeties, right? You're going to bring Chin up, and then you're going to have Polamalu just roaming.
I think the free safety could be Polamalu could do that. I think.
Yeah. All right.
He's fast enough and shifty enough for that, and he's got the size for it.
I would love. I'm not even going to tell you how much I would love for him to develop into something similar to his uncle. If he could be even close, even if he's his Timu uncle, I'll take it.
And we just do this to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Look what we got. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So where's the flag? You said corn fed. Which one you talking about? JPJ, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure corn fed means JPJ. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question, because I heard something, but I didn't process it.
Absolute psycho. Go ahead.
Wait. Sorry. No,
go ahead.
Do the chat. No, I heard that they're trying the international kid in.
Yeah.
But what position is he coming in at? I
didn't
catch that.
I think he plays nose.
Yeah, nose tackle, defensive tackle. Yeah.
I'm all about that life. Let the fat kid work.
That kid is a freaking monster with
he don't even look fat. He just like he's big as hell.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
What do you think he's?
I heard
ECG,
that kid
what do you think about our pathway player, bro?
I don't even know who he is.
Really?
Yeah. The dude's a monster. He's like 6'6", 6'7", and he's like
I'll tell you when I don't know something. I don't even know who the guy that you got.
They're like the guy's a dancing bear. He played rugby, and he has his lateral speed and his strength and shit are like retarded, but he doesn't know nothing about the position.
She has no idea what the fuck that is. Zero. He just knows to go get him. He knows go get him. That's pretty much it.
He played rugby at the highest level, so he is a professional athlete. He just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he was like the enforcer, but when he got the ball in his hand, he just took off with it. And nobody could catch him.
Right.
Nobody on the field could catch him.
That was dope.
Just a monster, man. I really got my focus on that dude. I'm trying to think of his name, man. Somebody help me with that in the chat.
No,
the rugby player we got, man. That
Lockie Tassi.
huh?
That's right,
Tassi.
Lockie Tassi.
What?
Lockie
Lockie
Tassi, he's the
Tassi.
hit at the gay bars.
Huh?
Tassi.
Lockie, yeah. Lockie, yeah. Yeah.
But he's a big ass dude.
He's a big mofo, bro. But he's fast as hell, dude.
Yeah. That intrigues me. If they can take a few years to develop him, all right, son.
Yeah, no Purdy. Yeah, but no Purdy. But congrats on him getting the bag. He deserves it, dude. He's gotten his ass handed to him for quite a bit. Yeah, like he goes in for the tush push. Yeah, we don't need a tush push if we got dudes like that. Freaking him and Piggies in the back.
Just lay down.
Right.
Just
Lay down. Just go sideways and lay down. They're not going to push your ass.
There you go, Jeffrey. Hey, good to see you, man.
Jeff.
Says Gainer's the breakout player. Right? I can see it. I can see it happening.
Right.
Anybody from here, I support a lot. We usually just produce tight ends and linemen. So Purdy's pretty awesome around here. Oh, up in the Niners world, is that what you're talking about? Or
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls.
all right, man.
I'm bouncing out.
What's
All
cool?
right,
What's
See you,
cool?
David.
Bob, send me the link so I can go subscribe to these guys.
Yeah,
Not
we'll
now.
do.
You do it when you're done.
I'll send
right.
them to you on
Hey,
IG.
guys.
Bro. Yep.
White Hornet out.
See you, brother. I'm gonna put that on there next time you're on, though. Just so you know.
Man.
Yeah. All right, man. All right, peace. Yeah, freaking Zon's the shit, bro. He freaking awesome.
No,
All right.
thanks.
Oh, Iowa. Okay, I see what. Where's the flag? He goes. We normally produce tight ends and linemen. Purdy's pretty awesome around here. Yeah, people like Purdy in Iowa. I guarantee it.
Yeah, he's from Iowa, so
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
See you, bro. See, he bounces out and doesn't freaking dump himself. I'm gonna have to school this dude. There we go. He just leaves a black screen. Come on, bro. You can't do that shit to me, man. I got enough shit going on up in here.
I'll talk about it. You don't understand, bro.
Yep. We're talking
Yeah,
shit,
listen.
chopping it up, watching the chat.
Yeah.
Freaking Zon leaves a freaking blank screen up there.
Right.
God damn. You know. Come on, rookie. Let's go.
Yeah,
Get your ass to the freaking urinal. You're getting a swirly.
Urinal. Swirly early.
You got to remember
swirly.
that. We got to remember White Hornet though. Next time
Yeah, I
he
know,
pops on,
that's
man,
right.
I'll change his shit to White Hornet for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So what else you guys got? Anything?
Right.
What else y'all got? Anything? What else we want to talk about? ECG, man, you've been up with us for a bit, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
Yeah. Right on. Sweet. He's at work just freaking hanging out. That's cool.
Right.
Getting paid to fuck off. It's a beautiful thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
I can work on spreadsheets and shit while I'm talking. So
Yeah. Right on. I hear you, bro.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure Yerp be freaking not having water if he didn't have to go to work this evening.
I still gotta get some sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. He's still got to get a freaking cat nap.
Yep.
So apparently somebody freaking bounced Piano Man for a minute.
He's
So-
gone for the rest of the day.
Yeah. That's all right.
You're a fan.
You know, you get your ass whipped enough times, eventually you're like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be an asshole anymore.
Nah, facts.
Just one of those,
Nah,
So let's see. All right. So we're going 15 minutes from 4 hours, bro. I think I'm gonna bounce out of here, get some shit done, and then I'm gonna go on. I think Christopher Raiders was saying he was gonna have something going on at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific.
I'll get a 2.5 hour nap and
Yep, right on. I think we bounce off here. I'm just not trying to clog up everybody else's space, shit like that. But hell, we're just now under double digits for the first time in 2.5 hours. So
yeah, facts.
So usually when I see that, that tells me that here we are back to double digits again. But it tells me that there's other folks on, and everybody's just kind of touching everybody up, making sure they get their likes and all the other stuff, man. And I really appreciate that, because mine and your goal is to bring the network together.
Yes, sir.
So
we definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to all the channels, man.
Yep, there you go. Right there.
Right.
It's all right there. So on the top of each, gonna be the YouTube channel. I don't know about Dante though. I think that's your main .net would be your email. Is that right, Dante?
No, that's our website. But if you go to Google and just type in East Coast Gridiron, we pop up everywhere. So
yeah, right on. East Coast Gridiron, right? Pop up everywhere. IG.
We got the SEO right. So
hell, you're on TikTok and everything, right?
Everywhere.
Yep. And it's the same thing. East Coast Gridiron.
Mm-hmm.
Got that dude. And then Raider Shield Family. That's the channel. That's this channel. This particular channel. 93 Madman. You hit me up on IG. I don't do X, man. I had an issue with them because it's something similar with Yerp. It's like I had a whole lot of shit going on there. They changed it from Twitter to X and lost everything. So I just don't even play that game. Maybe I should, but 93 9 is where you'll find me everywhere else. TheYurpJerz podcast. That's how you get his YouTube channel. And then Ty Jr. at Ty Jr. _ podcast will get you IG, right?
Yeah. It's on everything too.
IG,
Facebook,
TikTok, X,
Twitter.
Facebook, whole nine. So if you guys bounce around to everybody, man, give everybody the love. Much appreciated, man. Helps us grow, keeps the lights on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
We don't want to get the lights. We don't want that shit cut off. You know what I mean?
I guess I'll be the opposite of you guys. You guys don't have to sub to me. Only if you like it. I don't.
Yeah. If you like it, sub.
Yeah. I don't really ask for it. I appreciate you guys, but if you don't like what I have to say, or if you don't like football in general, then
don't do it.
Don't sub. I'm not pressed about it, bro.
We're the same way. I'm just saying, if you're here and you're liking it, come see us, help us out, because the two of us up here, we're young to this, bro. We're
I send people to your channel. If y'all want to know about the Raiders, hey, sub to y'all. I definitely think y'all deserve subscribers.
Yeah. I know you do, bro.
I know I'm like the IPA of YouTube. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but
but ECG, there are many people that's popped in said ECG sent me, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta put the word out, man.
Get fact, man. Network.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to, man. After at the end of the day, NFL fans and an NFL fan. If you're a true NFL fan with your team, you're welcome here. It ain't just about Raiders. It's about the NFL. Let's chop it up, man. I don't care. Just don't be an asshole. You know what I mean?
Right.
and if you wouldn't walk into the Oakland Coliseum talking your mad shit, then you shouldn't do it here either. So that's my only point. So. But shit, man. ECG, appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for letting me thanks for getting me through the rest of my work day, because I'm about to sign out right now and go do some other shit.
Bro. Outstanding, man. Glad we could help. Glad we could
Word.
help, brother.
That was
Word.
cool, man.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Hey, talk to y'all later. We're gonna bounce.
All right, guys.
Yes,
Later.
Peace out. Hey, Raider Shield family, the nation, the only nation. Appreciate you, man. Take care.
Holla at us.